of Ghana Sports Stadium. I monitored the people from the VIP stands right to the main stands. You can see numbers improving compared to yesterday's own. So it looks like, it's a shaping up enthusiasm. Most Ghanaians are, try to show interest in the athletics. So I'm happy to see a lot of people coming here to watch this event going on. I'm impressed, as you said, at 100 meters we were able to qualify. The only thing that I'm thinking about is the time. Looking at the Olympic game standard, that is where you want to see the Ghanaian athletes and African athletes who want to qualify for the Olympic Games to meet the target. That is very important. All
right, so quickly, let me just run you through. That's the classification after the finals of the 100 meters, where you have Edwin Gadai Kwabla of Ghana setting a time of 10.28 seconds. In second place was Nigeria's Okon Israel, who put up a time of 10.34 seconds. Mali came third with Fode Sissoko. Ghana again coming fourth. Nigeria fifth. Ivory Coast, Togo, and Sierra Leone completing that over there. But you can see from the first to the eighth, on the lane, it was just, we are talking about a matter of 7/100th of a second.
That is why, even though we all celebrated Gadai winning the 100 meters yesterday, I was sad because Safo Ansa, if he had been a bit quicker, he could have entered the top three, but that place was taken by Sissoko of Mali. But let's see, I'm sure Safo Ansa will do his homework. That is the most important thing. If you fail at this championship, you need to go back home and try to get better, because other championships will come around, not just the Olympic Games. The World Athletics Championship comes around almost every year. There are so many athletics competition that comes around. So I'm sure you work on that. But Gadai has made us proud. Now we are looking at whether he's qualified to be in Paris or not. That is the most important thing.
Exactly, quite an impressive time. But let's just switch quickly to the women's 100 meters final, where it was just ruthless from Nigeria, because we had Nigeria 1 and 2 and Ghana picking up bronze with Justina Ekpo Beyan. She won gold, setting a time of 11.52. Nanedu.
When you watch this athlete, it looks like when it comes to women, rounds, you can see the Nigerians are dominating, and right from the start to the 4x400 and stuff, you can see the Nigerians are dominating. So it tells you they are our target when it comes to Africa qualification. If we want to get to the standard that can qualify Ghana to the Paris Olympic Games, Nigeria should be our standard when it comes to African competition. So that is where we need to focus. And the timing, I'll stress on that, because you need to get some number of time that will make you qualify for the Paris Olympic Games.
But then we're talking about 11.52. Ghana's best time was set by Haluti Hall, who finished third, and she set a time of 11.62. Those impressive numbers.
Not really. I mean, when you look at the Olympic standard, you say these are not impressive numbers. But when this championship was about to start and we spoke to the president of the Ghana Athletics Association, Bawa Fusin, one of the things that got me excited and eager to watch was when I saw Ho Haluti part of Team Ghana. I've seen her in several championships, and I know how good she is. So I was a bit disappointed with her making the time of 11.62 seconds, but I know she can only get better. So let's see what happens with her.
All right, so Ho Haluti, the only medallion, she was a medalist for Ghana in the women's 100 meters finals, but then she also aided Ghana to win. We're talking about later, but then let's move straight to the women's 4x100. That's 4x100 relay, and it was just not so unfortunate on the part of Nigeria, where they dropped the baton on the fourth lap, and Ghana just had to capitalize. But then Ho Haluti, we've mentioned her earlier, she was part of the team, and they tried their best. They had to dig deep, and they won gold. Nanedu.
When you go deep into this competition, it looks like the baton kind of things is the strength of Ghanaians team that is helping us. So right from the start to the end, you can see our athletes were doing well in that manner. So that is helping us. So I'm happy to see Ghanaians doing their best in that competition. And unfortunately, we couldn't see our sisters and people in qualifying. So I'm happy to see them qualifying.
Butala, it was Nigeria from the start, from the gunshot, it was Nigeria throughout until, unfortunately, you just don't know, but these things do happen, in the sport. They dropped the baton, and it was so unfortunate, but Ghana had to capitalize.
And I saw the disappointment written on the faces of all the athletes and also their coaches. I mean, this morning when I was doing the morning show, Joy was surprised that Nigeria didn't win the 4x100 women relay, because that used to be one of their strengths. When an African championship comes around, everyone is looking at Nigeria when it comes to the 4x100 relay. But then it was a blessing in disguise for Ghana, because
they'll just take it.
Of course, we will take it. We will take it, because Nigeria dropping the baton also aided us to win, and it was led by Hohaluti. I've told you about the quality that she possesses. I know she is one of the best athletes that we have in the country, and she can only get better. So Ghana winning gold in that one is good for us. Yesterday was actually a good day for Ghana as far as this championship.
It was
is
a
concerned.
good day, but you talk about the start from the Nigerians. It was just a super start, lightning quick from the Nigerians until about the third lap, where you could feel the Ghanaians were just gaining some momentum. But in the minds of these young ladies, these young girls, who are running 4x100, you need some teamwork and synergy. What if you are the head coach? What are you going to tell them? Because sometimes mentally it's very, very draining and frustrating.
Yeah, obviously, most of these things, it depends on, how you start and how you end.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing when it comes to, 4x100, 4x400, when it comes to some of these rounds. So that is the strength of every team, especially the first one and the last one. When you look at this competition, that is the strength of every team. Right from the Ghanaian team, you can see the first person who started to the last person was exceptional in their rounds. That is the reason why we're able to go to this far. Let's see what happens in the next stage and see what we'll bring out of this.
And Josiah, usually when it comes to the relay, it is not just about putting the athletes there. They arrange them according to their strength and their pace. And one of the things that those of us who attempted athletics in school and we failed were told that the baton change is a very important,
it's very key.
A very important.
Once you drop it, you're out.
Technique. I mean, there were times that you do training just on how to change the baton because you're running, you are in motion, and anything can happen, and that is what killed the Nigerians. But it was a blessing for Ghana because we usurped them and won the gold in the 4x100.
All right, so currently on your screens is the classification from the 4x100 women's relay, where Ghana came top. It was Hoaluti who had a finishing, run on lap 4 for Ghana. They finished with a time of 43.73 seconds, and in second place was Ivory Coast. They also finished with a time of 46.41 seconds, followed by Senegal. They completed the podium with a time of 46.84 seconds. Benin came in fifth place, not just good enough, but the time between Benin and Senegal, or Senegal and Benin, if I should put it, 2,000th of a second, and that's quite impressive. You could see.
I'm sure it was a heartbreak for the Beninois team because looking at the time, 46.84 and 46.88, that's 2 microseconds, and that was close. And that is the importance of persevering and making sure that you get to the finish line. Not, giving up and say, okay, someone is behind me, so he might catch up with me. No, just focus and go. And just 2 microseconds have made the difference for Senegal to win bronze, even though this may not aid them to qualify for the Olympic Games, but they are going back to Dakar with something. At least they have bronze in that one.
All right, so Ghana still dominant. Yesterday we talked about day one. We're reviewing the CAA Region 2 Seniors Athletics Championship ongoing at the University of Ghana Stadium here in Legon. That's where we are transmitting from, and you're still watching Max TV live. But let's also switch to the men, and it was another ruthless run from Nigeria. They came back after that disappointment in the women's race. They came back and they won gold here. Nigeria, finishing with a time of 39.49. And in second place was Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. They also finished with a time of 39.92. Ghana, they managed to finished in third place. They claimed bronze over there with a time of 40.4792.
Good result for us. The most important thing is, it can take us to the next stage of the competition because Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and Ghana were able to qualify from that angle, and that is the most important. And Nigeria won it. That is 4x100 meters. They are the champion when it comes to CAA. They've done well, and of course, Ivory Coast were second. with that point, and of course Ghana third. I don't know if this point can qualify us to the Olympic Games, or can qualify any of these athletes to the Olympic Games. That is where we are looking up to. So let's see what happens as time goes on.
But Mutala running under 40 seconds in the 4x100, that's quite impressive, if I should put it. Impressive for Nigeria, right? Because 39.49 is good enough.
Good enough, but then you are left in a state of suspense because you do not know what will happen, whether you've been able to make the time. But it is good for them again.
36 and 37 seconds will be okay.
Should be
36 and 37 is okay, but of 39, that's too so. And those are the fine margins in athletics. Sometimes you're looking at the time.
A microsecond can make a difference in athletics, and you don't joke with that.
It's quite big.
Yeah, that is why it is on seconds basis.
All right, so let's talk about a classification of the 4x100 relay. That's the final where Nigeria came top. They were able to grab gold again, and they had their anthem being sung or played for them as they celebrated that one with a time of 39.49 seconds, and Cote d'Ivoire coming second with a time of 39.92 seconds. Ghana claiming bronze, another podium appearance for Ghana with the bronze medal, a time of 40.47 seconds. Togo following in fourth position. They couldn't make the podium. They couldn't grab any medal at all. They finished with a time of 41.40 seconds. Benin in fifth, 41.45. Burkina Faso in sixth, 41.49, as well as Liberia. They also finished seventh with a time of 43.96. So that's the classification of the 4x100 relay meant, which was very, very competitive and highly contested for it. It was, one of the highlights of the day. Talking about yesterday, Mutala.
You remember when Bafuseni graced the studios of Max 89.7 FM and were interviewing him? One of the things I asked him was, the countries that are going to participate in this championship, do we have Nigeria in there? And he responded in the affirmative that yes, Nigeria would be in there, because I know the strength of Nigeria when it comes to athletics. They not just football, they've been like a thorn in the flesh of Ghana, and I wasn't surprised they won the 4x100 men relay, because I saw them in the heats, the heat one, and I saw how good they were. So I knew Nigeria has something under their sleeve. So I personally wasn't surprised when I saw them win. But then Ghana picking up bronze, not good enough. I was expecting Ghana to go head to head with Nigeria, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, so a very, very dominant Nigerian side yesterday, talking about the one of the CAA Region 2 Seniors Athletics Championship here at the University of Ghana Stadium. It's been very, very exciting and thrilling here, but let's just switch quickly to 800 meters men. You would be expecting to see Nigeria, you'd be expecting to see Ghana, but unfortunately, these two teams just couldn't win gold in that one. It was rather Togolese, the Togolese man, Yoag Bakti Makman Nanedu, who won gold, setting a time of 1 minute 49 seconds in 90 microseconds. Yeah.
Most of the times, every country and its strength. When you look at our Ghanaian athletes, the 100 meters, and of course the 4x100 and 4x400, that is our strength. When you go to countries like, Kenya and stuff, the long distance running, that is their strength. When you look at a country that I find themselves here, it looks like the 400 meters, that is their strength. That is why they are doing well to go far in this competition. So I'm happy to see them with these meters going far with this competition.
All right, so Togo finishing third, they claimed gold in the men's 800 meters. But Liberia also, proved something in this one. They've really been, not been existent in the other disciplines. But in this one, we saw them pick silver, and also Ghana coming third with Sadiq Alou picking up the bronze medal.
Honestly, I was surprised that Togo and Liberia came first and second. But this is a sport where the name of the country does not really play a part. It's an individual sport. And in this day and age where athletes have the opportunity of training outside, especially out of their region, and having the best of facilities, you can always bank on them to do something good. So Togo winning the 800 meter men race, I wasn't surprised. By the time is what I was looking at, I was like, okay, that is good. that is good enough to win you gold here, but would it be good enough to qualify?
Again,
for the
that
Olympic
has been the question
That
all
has been the
afternoon.
question all afternoon, because usually you are left in the state of
We can finish the tournament before we
Of course,
know
we'll get to know-
which number
we'll get to
you
know-
qualify
yes,
for the
I think
Olympic
with
Games.
time we'd get to know which athletes have set, Olympic standard times over here. But you can't take anything away from these athletes.
Yeah.
Togo claiming their very first gold of the tournament on day one in the 800 meters. But Alou Sadiq,
I think personally, you know the standard at Olympic Games.
yeah,
So you know the time that can qualify you. The last Olympic game time when nobody we need 800 meters. You know it.
Yeah.
So you know the time that can qualify you. So by this time, we may not know the athlete that can qualify.
okay.
But among them, they know the
I
time
think
that
I
can
think they are very,
qualify
very
you.
much aware of that. But on your screens currently is the classification of the 800 meters men final, where Togo came first with their man Makman Yogbati picking up gold with a time of 1 minute 49 seconds and 90 microseconds, and also Liberia's Soklo Sharif Flo David also coming second with a time of 1 minute 50 seconds. Ghana also missed out on silver just by some few microseconds in that one. Alou Sadiq coming third, and you have Mali's Diarra Hamidou coming fourth. Your boy Adrissa Somalia of Ivory Coast came third. Benin's Azonin Sylvian came sixth. Sambo Hamid of Nigeria seventh, and then Benin. So the last two, that's Nigeria's Sambo Hamid and also Beninois Edmond Honton, failing to set any time at all. Mutala Yakubu.
And that is not good for them. I'm sure these athletes will be disappointed that they couldn't make the time. But again, I'm looking at this, and looking at the time between Togo, Liberia and Ghana, and it was just that close.
It was very, very close. Very, very close.
Just not starting with the right technique could delay you by microseconds, and you know how important every second counts in athletics. So I'm sure after getting the bronze medal, Sadiq would go back and actually work on himself, because it is very important. I've told you that if you are unable to qualify for the Olympic Games, that is not the end of your career. There are so many championships that will come up, and I'm sure you would have the opportunity of even getting to where you want to get. So Alou Sadiq winning bronze for us, it's not good enough, but we'll take that one as part of the medals that we've won so
It's
far.
like so far the ones that we've mentioned of, most of them, there's a Ghanaian person there.
Yeah, we've seen the Ghanaians being very, very dominant in
least, if not the
almost
gold.
every single event we've mentioned.
It was a good day for us, Josiah.
On day one. And we are
was a
hoping
good
that
day
they can
for us.
replicate this one in day two. But let's switch also to the 110 hurdles, where it came off just this morning in the first session, of day two of the ongoing championships. And it was just good news for Cote d'Ivoire, because there was a Cote d'Ivoire 1 and 2. And then Ghana also, falling to third. Serge Ahmad of Diasso of La Cote d'Ivoire coming first. He started from lane 6. And you also have Mohamed Kwasi Comoin of Cote d'Ivoire also finishing second. He started from lane 4. And Ghana's Swabulu Abdul starting from lane 3, finishing third in the one and picking up the bronze medal. Mutala.
So Cote d'Ivoire running away with this one.
Gold and silver.
I told Joy this morning in the studio that hurdles are very important when you apply the technique to go over the hurdle, because once you crash into any of the hurdles, it slows you down.
Yeah,
and once it takes a lot of, just 2 microseconds can be very important in athletics. So the technique in which you're using to go over the hurdle is the most important. Once you are able to get a perfect or a clean slate, then Josiah, you are sure that you're going to make a good time, especially when it comes to the hurdles. It is very important you apply technique on how to go over the hurdles. And we saw there how the Ivorian was able to go or glide his way past all the hurdles that were in front of him. He applied a certain technique. If you look, he got closer to the hurdles before he made the jump, and that was very important.
Yeah, and I think, the technique you apply when going over a hurdle is very, very important, because you don't want to take away any time at all. You just want to keep up with the momentum, as you just skip through past these hurdles. Nanidu.
With this one, the technique is the most important thing, Aside timing, your technique is very important. And I think that is what most of these athletes are trying to do their best when it comes to this competition. So kudos to them for doing that in this competition.
All right, so that's the 110 hurdles, the Heptathlon and you can see it was quite some finish. But the classification over then, just 4 athletes, 2 from Cote d'Ivoire winning gold and silver respectively. That's Diaso and also Kwamon winning gold and silver respectively for the La Cote d'Ivoire. And Ghana coming third in that one. Swabulu Abdul, he was able to win Ghana bronze, if I should put it, in that very one. But let's switch quickly. Another event that took place this morning. It's been a slow start this morning, the momentum and everything. Yesterday, the ending was quite thrilling and electric, but I'm sure definitely that's what we are going to get. But starting with 400 meters women, it was Nigeria first, Nigeria second, Burkina Faso third. Joseph Esther, she was on the podium a couple of times yesterday, and today it looks like she started right where she left off yesterday. With a time of 51.79, she was able to claim gold. Mutala.
I didn't like the way you said Nigeria first, Nigeria second.
There's no Ghana in that one. Ghana, unfortunately for Ghana, we had Bridget Annan and then also Grace Aduntira coming 4th and 5th respectively, and they just fell outside the podium places.
Again,
yesterday, Bridget Annan won this heat.
Yeah, she won. She won the heat. I think today was just quite unfortunate. But usually you'd say that the heat gives you a fair idea as to the time these athletes will set in the finals, right?
Of course, and the heat also gives the athletes a fair idea of what they should work on going into the other stages. And I mean, Nigeria, Joseph Esther making a time of 51.79, and Okon George Patience, who also came second, making a time of 52.10. Then we had Sibiri Sita of Burkina Faso also making a time of 53.414. That is good for Nigeria, adding more medals to what they've already accrued there. But again, I wanted to see Ghana, and we finished 4th and 5th in this one, so it wasn't a good one for us at all as far as the women's 400-meter race is concerned. Nigeria running away with this one.
Exactly, and
you are not winning any medal.
No, not at all. So the classification currently on your screens, where you have Nigeria's Esther Joseph. Yesterday she won a couple of medals already, and today she has added one to her haul with a time of 51.79 seconds. She grabs gold for Team Nigeria. Nigeria also grabbing another medal, this time silver, and it's George Patience Okon. She set a time of 52.10, joining her compatriot to come first and second. And then Burkina Faso completing the top 3 with a time of 53.14, and the athlete was Sibiri Sita. Ghana's Bridget Annan and then Grace Aduntira just couldn't because it was Bridget Annan who ran
4th and 5th.
a little bit under 54 seconds, and then also Grace Aduntira running a little under 55 seconds.
I had a lot of hope in Grace Aduntira coming into this tournament. She and Ho Aluti are one of my favorite, 2 of my favorites in the Ghanaian team. But this one, they didn't go her way. I mean, I would want to go closer to her and ask her what really happened, because she's one of the best. I've seen her in other competitions, and I know the quality that she possesses. So I'm sure something really happened. But Nigeria will be smiling. I mean, those in Abeokuta, Lagos, Ibadan, they would all be smiling. And Nigeria winning gold.
And they've really been.
What I saw in the heat yesterday, I had high hopes on Bridget Annan. But he disappointed me today, and I think he was doing well yesterday, but today she was not able to get to the level that I was looking up to, seeing him then. So he has done a great job, but it was not enough for her to qualify.
All right, but let's also talk about the 10,000 meters. Yesterday it was, I think the best way to have ended day 1 here in Legon, where you have Ghana's athlete just lapping every single opponent on the track en route to finishing first and winning gold. And it was quite impressive. And Arthur finished first. And I think that's one of the most dominant races I've ever seen on a track in recent times, Nanidu.
That was not our strength, but for this competition, we've been able to do well and gone far with this competition. When it comes to athletes in Africa, the strength of some of these countries, Kenya and stuff, but in West Africa, Kenya is not part. So for us to do well and go far in this competition with 10,000 meters, I think the Ghanaian athletes has done a great job.
Mutala, it was Ishmael Arthur. He is with the military, the Air Force, if I should put it, and it was very impressive from him yesterday, just running a time of, I think, 28 minutes and 11 seconds here, to claim gold, and he lapped every single athlete he was on the track with every single one of them. He was able to lap them to claim gold.
In the morning when you gave me the update, I didn't watch that race, but when you gave me that update, I was super surprised that he ran everyone in the lap and completed that one. No wonder he's a military officer. It is that big because the kind of a training that they even go through is very rigorous. So for him to overrun everyone on the lap and get back, that is impressive. And I mean, he has done it. I'm sure those of his colleagues in the military are also proud of him, not just those of us who are here, because what he did yesterday was extraordinary.
But look at the pace. It never slowed. He never changed the momentum. The pace never changed from start to finish. Nanedu. And, this going, it's 25 rounds, and he ran each and every time. You know that he's just closing in on the next person. And that was how he was able to finish it. It was a great run. 28 minutes for 10,000 meters is a good job, isn't it?
When it comes to 10,000 and 5,000, how you start and how you end is the most important thing. You manage your runs in between.
Yeah.
That is the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, to the 18th. So the last 5, then you put a lot of energy in it. So that is where our Ghanaian contingent did a great job, and I'm happy for him to qualify, because that is not our strength when it comes to athletics. For us to do well right from the start to the end, kudos to them.
All right, so classification currently on your screens. No time set by 2 people, but it was Ishmael Arthur of Ghana who finished with an impressive time of 28 minutes and 11 seconds and some 79 microseconds to claim gold in an unstoppable fashion here at the University of Ghana Stadium. But men's second was Boli Abdullahi Aziz Boli of Burkina Faso. He finished second, and in third place was Abubakar Konet of Sierra Leone. He finished with a time of 32 minutes and 19 seconds.
Take notice of the time difference between the Burkinabe and, of course, Ishmael Arthur.
Yeah,
Ishmael Arthur finished with a time of 28 minutes
and 11 seconds.
11 seconds. And, of course, the Burkinabe also finished with a time of 31 minutes with 45 seconds. That is about
over 3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes. That is impressive. It doesn't. It's not easy.
No, but it tells you the margin, of that victory for Ishmael Arthur to finish by 3.5 minutes more than your next best or the next best.
That is why he's a military officer. I mean, the kind of training they go through to even get out and become officers, it's not that easy. But aside that, when I was young, I used to think that with the 10,000 meters, it is how you start. You leading the front and trying to, give the rest a huge gap. It doesn't work like that. It's a technique that you need to employ, because if you start in the tense manner, in a quicker manner, that is the word I want, you may even tire at a point. So, Ishmael has done us proud by finishing with 28 minutes. So let's see how that one.
All right, so quickly, let's just jump straight to the 400 meters men over there, and you can see. So that's the women, 400 meters women, yes, and that's it. And there was Nigeria that came out on top again. Nigeria, Joseph Esther finishing first in that one, but
she won the heat yesterday.
She won the heat yesterday, and it's you talk about Nigeria's dominance in the tournament or championship since yesterday, and there's just one of them, Nanedu.
Yes, they've done well. After watching her yesterday, when she won the heat, I realized this girl can go far. So when she won this particular hurdle, I was not really surprised. So she has done a great job getting this far, and I think winning this particular one.
All right, so that's 4x400 meters relay, and just look at that speed, blistering pace for the Nigerians, and it looked like from start to finish there was no one who was going to stop them.
Okay, so Joseph Esther, Okon, George Patience, Nigerians are good with this one. I wasn't surprised they won this one.
All right, so the classification currently on your screens, that's a 4x400 women, and it was Nigeria that came out on top. They finished with an impressive time over the Ghana, also coming second, and Benin, they did not even qualify. They didn't even end up with a medal. Just look at that. But Ghana, Nigeria, continuing with their dominance and that competitive nature of theirs.
Joe, I'm not really surprised. For Nigeria, I'm not really surprised. For us to be second on that score, that is where I think we've done well. And I'm happy for how we've improved in terms of our athletics, and that is massive achievements to Ghana Athletics Committee. So they've done a great job. For us to be behind Nigeria in this competition is a massive achievement for us.
All right, but currently also, that's a 4x400 men, and that was where Ghana came out on top, winning gold in that one, Mutala Yakubu.
4x400 men race, Ghana winning that one. A good one for us, gold again. But then you look at the time and ask yourself, would it qualify them to be?
They finished with a time of 3 minutes and 8 seconds. And that's 12 more seconds ahead of Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, who came as second best in that one.
And when that was happening, I was looking at how the baton change was going, because that is the most important. If you drop the baton, you've entirely ruined the day of the whole team. So it is important with the baton change. For some time now, Ghana has experienced a baton drop in several championships that we've been to. So we need to perfect that craft, that technique that we use to change the baton. It is the most important in the relay.
But looking at that, would you say it was just a perfect, way to have cycled? Since the 4x400, the change of baton, the pace from start to finish. Would you say it was just a perfect run from the Ghanaians?
Yeah, it was a perfect run. I mean, those who started the race, made sure that they kept a certain pace, and also the focus. You could see that the focus
just look at the distance. Just look at the distance as the Ghanaians handed over the baton, and the Benin
always look at
still waiting.
Look at the demeanor of the Ghanaian athletes when they are able to change the baton successfully, because it is the most delicate thing that you need to do when it comes to a relay race. If you don't change the baton right, then you're out of the race.
All right, so that's Team Ghana finishing first, claiming gold in the 4x400 relay. Yesterday, they were able to claim silver, bronze, I beg your pardon, in the 4x100 relay. But today, I think they just went back to the drawing board and rectified all those errors, and they were able to claim gold this morning. So after ending with a couple of medals yesterday, they started with a gold medal today, and Team Ghana finishing first in the 4x400 meters relay, and you could see Cote d'Ivoire also coming second, and also Benin coming third. So yeah,
one of the best I watched this morning is this one. Remember that Ivorian team, the third one had an injury prior to finishing.
Yeah.
So for them to come back and be second behind Ghana, that was a massive achievement for the Ivorian team. So kudos to the Ghanaian team, but I thought the Benin team could have been second, because the Ivorian third person who was going for the 4x400 had injury after the 200 rank.
Yeah.
For him to come back and the last person was able to finish it hard to become second on the lane, he has done a great job in this area.
All right, so that's the classification from the 4x400 men here, and it was Ghana first, Cote d'Ivoire second, and then also Benin coming third. Unfortunately, they just couldn't finish, so it was a no time for Benin. But this is the tracks. Let's visit the field, because there was discuss this morning, and we've seen some good throws as well, and just that's the La Cote d'Ivoire throwing it. But I think it's time we zoom into the field event and see, are we going to see that dominance from Ghana and Nigeria? Yesterday, Ghana's Obenewa was able to claim gold in the high jump. Are we going to see the same dominance from the tracks on the field?
Of course, we might see that same dominance. You know that, in school, but way back, one of Ghana's strengths when it comes to athletics was the high jump and the triple jump. So we've produced a lot of great athletes in that respect. I'm sure Ghana will win a few gold medals in off the track. And I've seen the athletes, I've seen what they are doing so far. Yesterday, I watched a couple, and I even asked you this morning how it's going. You told me that most of the athletes are performing, but they are waiting also to see if they can clinch a few medals there. So let's see how that one also goes. But so far, so good for Team Ghana.
All right, Nanedu, still we've seen Ghana-Nigeria. It looks like the rivalry has been taking two the tracks. But are we going to continue to see that one on the field? Yesterday, Ghana claimed gold. Yesterday, there was, in the high jump, there was gold for Burkina. We've not really seen Nigeria's dominance in the field event, but what are we expecting?
We are expecting more, when it comes to African athletics, it's all about Ghana, Nigeria. In recent times that we are seeing the likes of Togo, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Benin, and the likes coming in. So I'm not really surprised we are dominating in terms of the medal table and stuff. So I'm happy to see, of the track events going well for both Ghana and Nigeria. I'm sure we will come back strong and make sure at the end of the day we win more medals in that department.
All right, so there's still more to come here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, where is the ongoing CAA Region 2 Seniors Athletics Championship. But finally, before you take leave of me, what should Team Ghana be expecting? There's been a couple of gold, a couple of silver medals. We've seen bronze, but are we more gold?
More gold. We are gold coast, so we need more gold. And also, in terms of the time, they should strive in making the time for the Olympic Games. That is the ultimate. You can win gold here and end up not being in Paris, because the dream of every athlete here, over 400 athletes who have come to be in this one, is is qualifying for the Olympic Games. So that is the ultimate that they need to get.
All right, so that was Obedewa's shots from yesterday's win from Obedewa. She was able to claim gold in the high jump for Ghana. And just what about that for a jump? And just look at that. She does it so effortlessly. And I think yesterday the supporters were in the stands to really cheer on to victory in that one, Naneju.
Yes, yesterday I was not really surprised, the kind of thing he does on the pitch and the kind of support he was getting from the fans in the stands. When you do well, Ghanaians will support you. So that is what we are all expecting. We are expecting to see some of these Ghanaians qualifying for the Olympic Games, Paris. That is the most important thing most of the people here are looking for. So they are hoping to see more things from this kind of off-field performance from these Ghanaian athletes in this CAA competition.
All right, so quickly, it's still day 2. Some of these athletes are here and they understand how competitive it is, because most of them want to go to Paris. But Mutala, should we be expecting some of these lesser dominant countries with regards to athletics, maybe make a mark?
Of course, when the ultimate is qualifying for Paris, expect every athlete to come with their A game. That is what they are here. Someone cannot fly across half of Africa to be in Ghana just to come and be a participant. They are here for business. And today is the day 2. Today is the final day. Expect some improvement in what we saw yesterday. And I'm eager to see what happens in the second part of today's events.
Now, we'll still be around. We're looking around to see what happens. But what should you... Personally, what do you think? What are you expecting from these athletes? Yesterday, it was fireworks over here, but we've already finished with the first session. Second session is about to commence. What are you expecting?
It's simple. 2 things: more medal, qualifiers to Olympic Games. 2 things. It's simple.
Just as simple as that.
More medal, qualifiers to the Olympic Games.
All right, so classification of the women's high jump, where it was Esther Obenewa. She qualified, beating the height of 1.79 meters to claim gold, which is very, very impressive for her. You're still watching Max TV Live, and it's the live coverage of the CAA Region 2 Seniors Athletics Championship. We are transmitting live from the University of Ghana Stadium here in Legon, and we've brought to you nothing but the best of athletics from both the track and also the field. Yesterday we saw some dominant display from Team Ghana and also Team Nigeria. They were the biggest winners yesterday, amassing most of the medals, but today as well there will be quite a lot at stake for these athletes. We have already finished with session 1, which ended around 11 a.m. local time this morning, and session 2 is about to kickstart. So don't flick the dial, just stay tuned on Max TV, because we'll be bringing to you more and the most intense event as we are about to climax the 2-day event here at the University of Ghana Sports.
So again, these are the 4 athletes that will be doing battle in this 100 meters final. For women, Ndiaye Magouet from Senegal, Madina Toure from Burkina Faso. She had a good run in the heats. And then you have Priska Kaku from La Côte d'Ivoire and Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria.
The adrenaline should be on another level by now.
The starter will ask for dead silence.
Okay, someone has got to prompt the supporters.
Yeah,
What
they've
is
been
the
really
loss?
prompted, and away they go. First time of asking, no false starts now. That is the Ivorian in the middle as she goes zooming through, but the Nigerians are taking over, and
That's Faith Osamiyi.
she's gone.
She's gone.
Way off. She clipped the last hurdle, but that wouldn't matter. She still crosses the finish line good enough to take first position.
Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria, winning the first gold medal of this afternoon session. Well done to her. She stormed out of the blocks so strongly. There was absolutely no way the others were going to be catching up with her.
Yeah,
What a start.
good enough start, using the right foot as the lead, and then she powers through, and that was the advantage that she had.
Her strides were absolutely brilliant. The others could simply not cope with her. With the hurdles, it's all about the technique.
That's it.
It's all about the technique. If you get it right, that's about 60 to 70% of the job done. If you're clipping the hurdles, it slows your pace. But well done to Nigerian Faith Osamiyi, who's won the first gold medal for Nigeria this afternoon. And you bet that they're going to be piling up the medals. She celebrates with the flag of Nigeria. Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria. Well done to her.
Yep. All she had to do, she got it all right. We saw her clipping the last hurdle there, but she still kept the balance. So again, these are the 4 athletes that will be doing battle in this 100 meters final. For women, Ndiaye Magouet from Senegal, Madina Toure from Burkina Faso. She had a good run in the heats. And then you have Priska Kaku from La Côte d'Ivoire and Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria.
The adrenaline should be on another level by now.
The starter will ask for dead silence.
Okay, someone has got to prompt the supporters.
Yeah,
What
they've
is
been
the
really
loss?
prompted, and away they go. First time of asking, no false starts now. That is the Ivorian in the middle as she goes zooming through, but the Nigerians are taking over, and
That's Faith Osamiyi.
she's gone.
She's gone.
Way off. She clipped the last hurdle, but that wouldn't matter. She still crosses the finish line good enough to take first position.
Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria, winning the first gold medal of this afternoon session. Well done to her. She stormed out of the blocks so strongly. There was absolutely no way the others were going to be catching up with her.
Yeah,
What a start.
good enough start, using the right foot as the lead, and then she powers through, and that was the advantage that she had.
Her strides were absolutely brilliant. The others could simply not cope with her. With the hurdles, it's all about the technique.
That's it.
It's all about the technique. If you get it right, that's about 60 to 70% of the job done. If you're clipping the hurdles, it slows your pace. But well done to Nigerian Faith Osamiyi, who's won the first gold medal for Nigeria this afternoon. And you bet that they're going to be piling up the medals. She celebrates with the flag of Nigeria. Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria. Well done to her.
Yep. All she had to do, she got it all right. We saw her clipping the last hurdle there, but she still kept the balance. So again, these are the 4 athletes that will be doing battle in this 100 meters final. For women, Ndiaye Magouet from Senegal, Madina Toure from Burkina Faso. She had a good run in the heats. And then you have Priska Kaku from La Côte d'Ivoire and Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria.
The adrenaline should be on another level by now.
The starter will ask for dead silence.
Okay, someone has got to prompt the supporters.
Yeah,
What
they've
is
been
the
really
last-
prompted, and away they go. First time of asking, no false starts now. That is the Ivorian in the middle as she goes zooming through, but the Nigerians have taken over, and
That's Faith Osamiyi.
she's gone.
She's gone.
Way off. She clipped the last hurdle, but that wouldn't matter. She still crosses the finish line good enough to take first position.
Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria, winning the first gold medal of this afternoon session. Well done to her. She stormed out of the blocks so strongly. There was absolutely no way the others were going to be catching up with her.
Yeah,
What a start.
good enough start, using the right foot as the lead, and then she powers through, and that was the advantage that she had.
Her strides were absolutely brilliant. The others could simply not cope with her. But the hurdles is all about the technique.
That's it.
It's all about the technique. If you get it right, that's about 60 to 70% of the job done. If you're clipping the hurdles, it slows your pace. But well done to Nigerian Faith Osamiyi, who's won the first gold medal for Nigeria this afternoon. And you bet that they're going to be piling up the medals. She celebrates with the flag of Nigeria. Faith Osamiyi from Nigeria. Well done to her.
Yep. All she had to do, she got it all right. We saw her clipping the last hurdle there, but she still kept the balance. So again, these are the 4 athletes that will be doing battle in this 100 meters final. For women, Ndiaye Maguette.
It does appear there's just 5 of them for the men's 110 meters hurdles final.
Here we go with the confirmation. So it's Abdoulaye Diop representing Senegal. It's Serge Amad Diasso representing La Côte d'Ivoire. Burkina Faso's Ouedraogo Suleiman Salam is there. And then Kwasi Koumoin.
It does appear there's just 5 of them for the men's 110 meters hurdles final.
Here we go with the confirmation. So it's Abdoulaye Diop representing Senegal. It's Serge Amad Diasso representing La Côte d'Ivoire. Burkina Faso's Ouedraogo Suleiman Salam is there. And then Kwasi Koumoin from La Côte d'Ivoire is in there. He had a very good race in the heat.
And that's an interesting one. He just competed in the men's decathlon. He just competed in the decathlon for the men's high jump. And he's quickly joined this one for the final of the men's 110 meters hurdles.
And this is not a decathlon
not at all
event.
Well done to him.
Well,
That's him.
that's him.
Yeah, the Ivorian. That's him. Well done.
His posture doesn't look like someone who may have that much strength. But yes, that's the guy who was doing the high jump with the old style fashion way.
Yeah. Abdoulaye Diop from Senegal. Serge Amad Diasso from Ivory Coast. Suleiman Salam Ouedraogo from Burkina Faso. Kwasi Mohamed Koumin, also from Ivory Coast. Musa Wisdom from Nigeria did not start.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be, Nigeria will not be represented in this final. And then it's Sheikh Diani Cissé from Senegal. So 2 Senegalese, 2 Ivorians, 1 Burkinabe to compete for the medals at the CAA Region 2 Seniors Athletes here in Accra.
You can firmly and confidently say that this is definitely going to be an all Francophone affair.
Yeah.
As they are called to their marks. And again, one of the few techniques that you need to perfect in the 110-meter hurdles is the steps you have to take before your first hurdle.
Yeah.
Once you get it wrong, it
That's
goes
it.
throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all set.
Senegal, La Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Nigeria.
And
there
they're
they
off.
go. It's a battle for it, but if you take a look at Diop Abdoulaye, he seems to be in firm control. Diop Abdoulaye in lane 1, dips and gets the gold. And a smile on the face says it all.
Gold medal for Senegal there.
Hello everyone, good afternoon and thanks for joining us. We're glad that you made it with us as we are ready to bring you the afternoon session of the Confederation of African Athletics. Region 2, that's the Africa Seniors Championship. We had a good time this morning going through the morning session. We saw some impressive times returned and distances covered. And this afternoon, we are here to bring you a lot more. Lineup is long. Before I do that, let me quickly welcome Kwame Jumajiman to the commentary box. And obviously, will stay with us as we tap in on his rich expertise when it comes to athletics. Of course, one of the doyens when it comes to talking about athletics. And he was with us yesterday. And he has joined us today to see to the logical conclusion of today's event. Kwame, thank you very much and welcome. Now,
Thank you.
We've got a long list of activities for the afternoon. What should we be expecting?
Well, on the back of what we did see yesterday, I'm sure we're in for a very wonderful day. Remember, today is the last day. So today is an opportunity for anyone who is going to be competing in any sporting discipline. I see a long list of events that we should be looking forward to today. On the screen at the moment, we are seeing, I think it's the ladies' heptathlon. So that's one of the sporting disciplines, javelin, that you're going to be taking part. And then at the far end of the stadium, it looks like the women's long jump final has also started. But we'll be looking forward to the women's shot put as well. We'll be looking forward to the high jump for the men. Yesterday, Esther Obiniwa made us proud in the women's high jump. Hopefully, a Ghanaian will make us proud in there as well. And then there will be the men's 400 meters hurdles together with the final of both the men's and women's 200. There will also be the final of the men's triple jump. There will also be the final of the women's 800 meters as well. And then there will be other aspects of the decathlon for the men who are competing in 10 different sporting events. And then we'll have the final of the men's 1,500, final of the women's 5,000. And then will be the 4x400, both men and women as well. So we'll be looking forward to a very long afternoon.
Very long afternoon, it definitely will be. And currently, the 3 competitors we have in the heptathlon, they are going through the javelin throw at the moment. And as you were rightly told, on the far end of the field, we'll be bringing you snippets of what's happening with the long jump women. Very important to touch base with everything that happens here today. And then keenly looking forward to field events such as the men's javelin. It's expected to see some wonderful performance from the athletes gathered here.
And the thing with the heptathlon is that because there's 7 different sporting events, what that means is that there might be an athlete or two who may be more conversant with some sporting disciplines or who may be better in some particular sporting discipline. So where you feel that you can get enough points, you give it everything. Where you're probably not sure of maybe giving your best because you probably do not fancy that particular sporting discipline so much, you don't really give it much. So for example, with the 3 that we're seeing for the heptathlon with respect to the javelin, it looks like the Senegalese lady is doing quite well there. But ultimately, you've got to pick up enough points with the other sporting disciplines in addition to this one as well before you can lay a claim for a medal of a certain color. So if you want a gold medal, then you know that all the points that you'd have accumulated over the 7 different sporting disciplines would put you in a certain stead, and then maybe for a silver or for a bronze or for a gold medal. Interestingly, there are only 3, so even before they started, at least
Medal
you are guaranteed a medal.
Okay, so we've got Senegal and then 2 other athletes from Benin. And so they are the 3 that are competing for points in the women's heptathlon. The Senegalese we saw earlier on, Dembe with the throw. The 2 Beninois will also be coming in with their throws as well. And then the long jump, it's also getting interesting. We'll be feeling you and bringing you up to speed with what's been happening. It's the afternoon session. Many thanks for joining us. You're live on Max TV, bringing you the afternoon session of day 2 of the Confederation of African Athletics Region 2 Seniors Championship here in the nation's capital, Accra.
I mean, yesterday I had the opportunity just when I left home. I had a few friends calling me and was asking about the performance of the Ghanaians, and some were asking why they are not seeing the guys who competed at the African Games about 2 months ago and all of that. And I was like, well, from what I do know, maybe their schedules may not have allowed them because some are schooling, some are doing all kinds of things. So most of the athletes who competed for Ghana at the African Games, almost all of them are not here.
Yeah.
Especially the guys that many were looking forward to, Joe Paul Amoa, Azametsi, Fuseni, the chap who won us the gold medal in the men's high jump, Amwenima, who also won gold for us in the women's high jump. Yeah. I mean, we would have loved to see all of them here, but sadly, because of other commitments, they cannot make it here. But of course, we get to see a few young and upcoming talents who are also trying to make a name for themselves, also try to push themselves to glory. I mean, the name of someone like Gadayi had been mentioned to me well over 2 years now. For whatever reason, we have not gotten to see him at a very high level yet. But yesterday was a very fine opportunity for him to stake a claim and let us know what he also had. And I thought he was brilliant in the men's 100. Was part of the team that won as a bronze in the men's 4x100 as well. So, I mean, some of these experiences for whoever has opportunity to be here is not something I'm sure these athletes will take for granted. The only thing is, at this point, majority of them will want to be in France for the Olympic Games. But they need to make a qualifying time. It's not about football where any kind of win will do. Unfortunately for athletics, you need a particular time. That's if it's a track event, and then maybe for the field event, you need to make a certain mark. Unfortunately, if you don't make it, then you might just stay home.
And that's the unfortunate part. These students have so much talent to show. And very soon we'll be having the introduction of the ladies for the next event. Meanwhile, the heptathletes are warming up to continue with the javelin.
That looks like the ladies' long jump. We're going to be having an official introduction of all the athletes. There are 8 of them, who will be combined for 3 medals. So it's going to be one hell of a battle. But then again, yesterday we spoke about how dominant the Nigerians had been in practically all the sporting disciplines that we saw here.
Exactly. Practically everything.
Yeah, practically everything. And you bet that by the time those games are over, they would be leading the medal table.
I won't be too surprised about that. At least Ghana made a decent collection of 5 gold medals on day 1.
Which was nice. Yeah.
And interesting.
I mean,
so which means
hearing
we
national
heard the
anthem
national
being played a number of times. Yeah. Not too many can say that in the last 24 hours.
So here on your screen are the ladies that will be participating in the women's long jump. Once we get the start list, we definitely will be letting you in on who's there.
I'm sure for many who are here to enjoy the games, they will be looking for a Ghanaian competing in practically every event, but it's not a given. You've got to work hard for it. So
just by the colors, we can tell you that there's a Senegalese in there. There's a Nigerian in there. Our neighbors from Burkina Faso are also there.
and once you have a Nigerian in a particular sporting discipline, you bet that there'll be a lot of interest there.
Yeah.
The Nigerians are traditionally very good with track and field. And I recall all the way back in 1996 where Nigerian Chioma Ajunwa, I recall her name very well, winning gold for Africa in Atalanta 28 years ago. So those are sports that they have a fair bit of history, and we'll be looking at replicating that when they come for some of these meets. And already they're just running away with the medals like that.
Yeah. They're very comfortable, as a matter of fact, the Nigerians. So just gone by with the introduction is the lady from Burkina Faso. In fact, there are two of them. And so there'll be a lot to expect from our neighbors, our northern neighbors, that is. 400-meter hurdles is on the program, and it looks like the ladies are just about sorting themselves out to get ready for that race.
Yes. And in between other sporting disciplines, we're going to be getting that for the men as well.
Exactly. So we humbly await for the start list for the 400 meters for women, and also the start list for the ladies in the long jump. And then we are also going to be having another set of introductions made.
Today is the finals day, so we're going to be having a lot of final races.
Exactly.
So just in case you're watching us, or if you happen to be somewhere around following proceedings on social media, you would notice that it's going to be coming thick and fast. So one final to the other, to the other, to the other, because it's only a 2-day event. It's not like the African Games where we had about 5 or 6 days of athletics here at the Lagos Sports Stadium. This is only 2 days, so a lot of the things you're going to be seeing today is not going to be heated. Straight to final, straight to the final.
That's right. That's right.
We had the heat in the morning.
Okay.
So we're doing finals.
Finals in the afternoon. Those ladies you see on your screen are getting ready for the shot put throw.
You need a lot of power for that.
Nah.
You need a lot of power for that.
I really would not want to contest their power.
So heavy.
Yes, it is.
If you've tried it before, it looks like a very small ball. Yeah. Trust me.
And even the one for the ladies is heavy. How much more for the guys?
Yeah.
So they'll be doing battle in the shot put. And again, I'm not too sure, Dremo, but I'm looking at the physique of the ladies, and it's easy to determine that, well, some may not be able to push the putt that far.
Not at all. Not at all. And yesterday we were discussing that with the men as well.
Yeah.
I mean, these days, in the last 15 to 20 years, if you're not of a certain body size or you don't have a certain body mass, it's almost impossible to add a certain flight to the putt.
Sure.
You can throw it all right, but you're looking at distance. And if you're going to be doing relatively shorter distances, then your chances of winning a medal is relatively limited. But if you can literally flight that ball for a reasonable distance, then you're putting yourself in position to at least win something.
Exactly.
And of the 5 ladies that I'm seeing there, well, if their body sizes is going to be something to use in measuring or assessing their chances, I guess everyone in here can make or draw their own conclusions.
So now they have the official introduction, women's shot put event.
So that's an athlete from Togo being introduced there.
Athlete number 2, number 88, Nasira from Mali.
So that's a Malian, Nasira, being introduced.
Athlete with number 38, from Benin.
Brilliant from Benin also being introduced to the crowd. So there's a Togolese, there's a Beninois, there's a Senegalese.
Bridget also took part in the discus earlier on.
We have an athlete from Senegal.
Athlete number 177, from Togo.
So that's another athlete from Togo there. Doesn't look like there's Ghanaian representation in this one.
Lawson also, we saw her in action day 1. She participated in the discus throw as well. The long jump has also started in earnest. White flag up, that was a good jump.
And that's for the women.
So the ladies getting ready to start with the shot put. Meanwhile, the Nigerian athlete is getting ready for her first jump.
Oh, she wants the support of the fans. Not too many here though. Maybe later on in the day we're going to be getting a few more fans make their way to the Legon Sports Stadium to cheer the lads to glory. No,
She got it wrong. She started just before she got to the line and definitely would not hit the board in that style.
not at all.
Run up was good. She started here and then she knew. She overhit the board. She would have gotten a red flag in any case. And we've also seen the first throw from the women in terms of the shot. Still to come, we'll have the 400-meter hurdles final for both men and women. The men are also out getting ready for the high jump. And so multiple events. It's Ghana's turn now on the runway for the long jump.
And I wish you all the reference stands in the name of SMCA, set in the year 2021, and the
We're still seeing some of the live pictures are from the tracks. The long jump for the women and the heptathlon final going on concurrently.
Lots of action on the turn of the Ivorian. She hits the board. She gets the white flag, and so she must be satisfied with her jump. At least it's the first.
Eight of them are competing in the final of the women's long jump. Therese Dominique from Senegal. Awa Moriko from Senegal in here as well. Pristina from Nigeria. Selina Dongo was supposed to be representing Ghana in there. I'm sure she's somewhere in there. Selina Dongo will be representing Ghana. Akali Preska Kaku will be representing the Ivorians. Faiza Isaka will be representing the Togolese. And then it's Sylvie Sawadogo from Burkina Faso. It's Madeleine Bonini from Burkina Faso as well. And Fatimata Zungrana will be representing the Burkinabe as well. It's going to be a best of 6 once we're in the final. You'd have 6 attempts, and if you're able to get a very good one in between all of the 6, is your best jump that is going to count.
Exactly.
You could get one good jump and even mess up with the 5, and it could still land you with a gold medal.
That one jump is good enough.
Surely, if it's good enough, you get away with a gold medal.
Shot put for women currently underway. 6 athletes in there, 1 failed to start. That's the athlete from Burkina Faso, Zungrana Fatim.
There are just about 5 of them.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you are competing, you'll be fancying your chances of a medal.
You're closer to the medal now than you've ever been before.
Yeah.
Still all eyes on the shot put. Before they go through, she gets the white flag. If you've just joined us, many thanks for doing so. We're coming to you live from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Our continuing coverage of the Confederation of African Athletics, CAA Region 2 Seniors Championship. This is the afternoon session for day 2. And all the events that you're going to be seeing are final events. Also through from the Malian. She looks a little bit worried. But definitely will go on.
Well, at this point, they know it's a final, and they know they don't have any choice but to give it their very best. Try to get a good throw or 2, and who knows? 1 good throw could land you the gold medal.
Yep.
You don't necessarily have to get all of your attempts great. You could give one of them a very, very good one, and it could put you in a very, very great position of landing a medal of any color.
That's another powerful throw. Slight wind blowing against the shot putters.
I like her technique though.
Simple enough. Puts all the energy in that arm. Still a lot of throwing to be done on this side, and on the other side the men are also getting ready for the high jump final. The high jump final will have competitors from Senegal, from Ghana, from Benin, from Liberia, and from La Côte d'Ivoire.
That was a very loud scream there.
She backs the effort with that loud, shrill cry out.
She was going for it.
Everything in it. May not have gotten the desired distance. Thankfully, the coaches are close by, so they can tell them exactly what they're doing wrong and what they should do right.
Yeah. And if the coaching is relatively closer like that, you can get an advice or two.
Sure.
The women's long jump is pretty much in session as well, as we get to see live pictures of the ladies' shot put. Today is the final day, so there will be quite a number of events that will be ongoing concurrently.
That's another loud one, but I think she got an improvement on her last throw. Yes, she nods her head in approval. Fortunately, she got a white flag, and so she's good to go. She'll take a short break for now and allow the others to also have their turn.
And once you get a white flag, you know that's a good one.
Women's discus throw in session. And the men are also just about set for the commencement of the high jump. Just all running through the trials to see whether they're good enough and ready for competition. 400-meter hurdles will also be coming up shortly. Quite a good throw. Gets the white flag as well. And again, back in the day, the interest in field events, especially for athletics, it got to a high point when we had the consistent mobile athletics meet, and we keep referring to mobile because that was the era we saw a lot of competition for the athletes at that time, and it gave them the opportunity to participate either in Africa or prepare for the Olympic Games as well. And those were the days when the security services dominated events such as the shot put, the discus throw. I remember very well there were two competitors whose names always stood out when it came to discus and the shot put. There was Mary Tete. And she was almost always ever present when these sporting events happened. Showed a lot of dedication. But don't forget, at some point we had the record being held by Madame Rose Hart.
I'm not too sure what has happened to the CESA Games, though.
Well, that's another discussion for another day, if you ask me. But it looks like the Security Services Sports Association has had a few conversations, and CESA may be back next year, God willing.
It's been off for a while, I think.
It's been off for a while. The last host, or the last intended host, the Ghana National Fire Service, need to put a few things in order, of course with support from government and other sources, to bring the CESA Games back.
Yeah, they've got a lot of work to do, I guess. And funds, I guess.
Yeah.
some money might be needed for a thing or two.
Yeah.
And if the funds are not coming in, again, you're not sure how these things...
Yes, these will happen. Yep, true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Would happen. But if there are plans to have them come back, I think that would be great for them, because I remember all of those years ago, I recall Nelson Boateng was from the fire service, competed for
Nelson
the men
Boateng
in 200
was the 200 meters.
Yeah. I remember that. I have no idea where he is now, but all of those years ago, I recall he worked with fire service and competed in the men's 200. Okay, so it does appear that the men's high jump final has started as well.
We'll be crossing carpet there in a second. But as I was telling you, there was Mary Tete, and then the other name that pops up was Patience Jato. Rich rivalry of competition. Those were the good old days. Shot is currently ongoing, and men's high jump has also begun. And for the men's high jump, we've got Sheikh Tidiane Sek from Senegal, Kennedy Okanse from Ghana, Kabiru Tairu from Benin, Ibrahim Diop from Senegal, Praise Lagui from Liberia, and Mamadou Doumbia from La Côte d'Ivoire.
Well, interesting to see that Kennedy Okanse is competing for Ghana. He also competed for Ghana at the African Games. Could not make it to the last three with respect to the medals, but I recall he gave a very, very good account of himself. My understanding is that he's with the Navy in Takrady. So he's had to come here for this. I hope that with not too many athletes contesting, maybe, just maybe, he will be able to, improve his chances of winning a medal.
Make an impact. And there you go. Just a while ago, we were talking about the importance of the security services games. And this is a chap who's in the Ghana Navy and performing at his highest. So again, a lot of respect to the personnel from the security services. And I'm just hoping that they will heed to that call to bring the games back.
And I'm told he's a Takrady boy through and through, having schooled at St. John's in there as well.
Also, the guys from St. John's, you're making their heads swell.
Yeah. Like Ojo Frimpong.
Shot still ongoing. And the ladies need to sort themselves out. I'm sure this will be done and dusted in a couple of minutes. And we can switch our attention to the other end of the field.
Sure. We're still getting to see live pictures of the ladies' shot pat. 5 of them competing for the 3 medals at stake. There are 2 Togolese in there. There's a Senegalese lady. There's a Malian lady in the mix as well. That's a good one. If it stands. Yes, the white flag is up.
Yeah.
And that is by far the farthest I've seen in the ladies' shot put.
Again, simple technique. She got it right. Feet well placed. And then she let go.
That's by far the best I've seen so far. That should 4.97. I'm told that's the throw for the Beninois.
The high jump men seem to be ready. They'll be coming to the center stage where they will be acknowledged and introduced. And then we will see which of them will jump the highest.
There are 7 of them. Officially, we've got 6 of them in the star list though. Sheikh Tidiane Sek from Senegal, Kennedy Okanse from Ghana, Kabiru Tairu from Benin, Ibrahim Kali Diop also from Senegal, Praise Lagui from Liberia, and Mamadou Doumbia from the Ivory Coast. Let's wait though for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time today also to compete in the high jump
There will be as many in here who will be rooting for the Ghanaian, Kennedy Okanse. Sheikh Tidiane Sek acknowledging the applause from the fans on his introduction. That's Kennedy Okanse representing the red, gold, green, and the black star of Ghana. And that's Kabiru Tairu from Benin there. There are quite a number of Beninois athletes and Togolese athletes at this year's competition. Okay, that's probably the tallest of the bunch.
Yeah. Indeed, the two Senegalese seem to be the standout athletes in terms of height.
Ibrahim Kali Diop from Senegal. Praise Lagui from Liberia being introduced there.
Athlete with number 220, Dumbia Mamadou from Ivory Coast.
And representing La Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast is Mamadou Doumbia. So we have the official list of our competitors.
Yep.
For the men's long jump.
I noticed one of them.
Sorry, the men's high jump.
One of them was not
officially introduced.
Yeah. I think the athlete from Togo leading the pack out there. But anyway, let's get back to the shot put. We've seen some impressive throws, and we've seen different techniques. She pushed back well, but again did not get the full thrust of the throw.
5.69. You get ready for round 3.
Technique 2 was good. Just could not go as far as she would have wished.
And still to come, we have quite a number of finals to be looking forward to beyond what we are seeing for the women's long jump and, of course, that of the ladies' shot put as well. The men's high jump is going to be starting very, very shortly. And then we'll also be looking forward to the 400 meters hurdles for the women. We'll also be looking forward to that of the men. And then we would also be seeing in between that the javelin for the men's decathlon. We should also be getting to see the final of both the men and the women's 200 meters. We'll be getting to see the final of the men's triple jump as well. The final of the men's javelin, and then there's 1,500 for the men, together with 5,000 for the women. And then the final event is going to be a mixed 4x400.
The ladies are out for the 400 meter hurdles final. It's going to be a very, very tough race. And back to the shot put. She seems pretty okay with the effort. It's another jump from the long jump pit. Strong competition ongoing there. White flag is up, good enough for her. So in a bit we will go through the lineup for the 400 meters women hurdles final. It's going to be a battle between Burkina Faso, Ghana, La Côte d'Ivoire, Benin and Senegal. Burkina Faso have 2 athletes in there, Ghana have 2 athletes in there, and then the Ivorians, the Senegalese and Benin have 1 each. Tough race it's going to be. We saw the heats this morning. No inch given and no inch taken. And those heats actually ran yesterday were good enough to put them in pole position for this final event. Long jump still in session. Well, let's bring you up to speed with the ladies to do battle in the women's 400-meter hurdles. From Burkina Faso, we've got Sita Sibirik. From Ghana, we've got Asana Amidou. Then from Burkina Faso again, we've got Fatoumata Koala. Shadrach Zirignon comes from La Côte d'Ivoire. Mariama Fatao will be in the red, gold, green with the black star. Then from Benin is Goodness Ayi. And Maguette Ndiaye from Senegal makes up the list. Again, an athlete getting the white flag. Started off well. Good timing, picked up her steps, and then hit the board with some to spare.
4.92. 4.92.
Tough competition, tough battles, and there's still more to come. The long jumper is still doing the battle, but now the concentration has moved to the tracks. Where the ladies will get straight into action.
We've seen the athletes step up, going through the motions of warm-up before the start of the women's 400 meters hurdles final. Shita Sebri representing Burkina Faso in 2. Asana Amidou representing Ghana in 3. Fatoumata Koala representing Burkina Faso in 4. Shadrach Drusele Zirignon representing Ivorians in 5. Mariama Fatao representing Ghana in lane 6. Goodness Ayi representing Benin in lane 7. And Maguette Ndiaye representing Senegal in lane 8. Who wins this one? Will there be something to celebrate by Ghana?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, there's one thing I know you're looking forward to, is the beloved national anthem.
That's if we get a gold. If we get a gold, I don't mind at all.
All right, let's bring our viewers up to speed with the high jump. It has started. At the height for starting is 1.7. And guess what? All 7 athletes decided to go for the height of 1.8 and 1.85 to start.
Gloria.
So that's some height for starters.
Yeah.
They know what they can do, I guess.
I guess they believe in themselves.
Yeah. They would have been trying a thing or two at the warm-up tracks and believe that they can start from a relatively good height. So let's see.
Looks like the Togolese is getting ready for his first jump. Afan Toji Etienne.
5.71.
Well, he fails to scale that on his first attempt.
He's got to go and come back better.
He would have multiple attempts, and that's a good thing about some of these sporting disciplines. You have at least a minimum of 3 attempts at a particular height, and once you scale past them, then the heights are going to be increased and increased and increased till we find a situation where it will just boil down to maybe the best 3 in that particular sporting discipline.
So in a couple of minutes, the ladies will go under the starters' orders for the 400-meter hurdles final. It's tough competition going on, by the way, in the women's shot put. And of course, the women's long jump final.
Looks like we're all set for the women's 400 meters hurdles. Sita in 2, Amidou in 3, Koala in 4, Zirignon in 5, Fatao in 6, I in 7, in the I in 8. As we get to see the final of the men's high jump alongside.
So again, we take a look at the Togolese second attempt, and this time he clears the bar with a lot to spare. That's good enough. That's impressive for the young Togolese. Got it wrong the first time, but obviously if they all decided not to clear the bar at 170, 1.7, 1.75, and all decided to start at 1.8 and 1.85, then that's good enough. So he looks good. The bar will go up again for the men's high jump. All eyes on the women's 400-meter hurdles final. The men would continue with the attempt to clear the bar in the high jump.
Kabiru Tairu from Benin
coming up
set
next
for his first attempt. Representing Benin.
5.57. 5.57.
South African Jacques Freitag has the
That
current.
was brilliant. Made it look
Nicely
so
done.
easy.
Yeah.
Well done, Tairu.
Just about to confirm that Jacques Freitag has the record in 2.38 meters. They're nowhere there, not just yet.
No.
But he glided into it fair and square, and again, he's got a lot of room to spare, clearing
And sometimes
the
when you have a look at some of these heights, especially in our part of the world, you're asking yourself a lot of questions. That record set by Javier Sotomayor, the Cuban teacher, has stood for many, many years. I don't know when it's going to be broken. Maybe not in my lifetime.
Javier Sotomayor was
That's 2.45 meters he set all of those years ago.
This time the Liberian got it wrong, and we still wait for the ladies to go under the starters orders.
That's Liberian Prince Lagui there, failing to clear with his very first attempt. You've got to give a lot of credit to some of these nations, though. The number of athletes that they have brought here, it's quite interesting. And that's the Ivorian Mamadou Doumbia clears it brilliantly. Well done. Mamadou Doumbia representing the Ivory Coast. Looks like we're finally set, though, for the women's 400 meters hurdles.
Lots of expectations here, viewers. Do stay with us. We're still running you through the action from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, Confederation of African Athletics Region 2 Africa Seniors Championship. Day one ended with 5 gold medals for Ghana, and a lot more to go today. The Togolese comes once again with another clearance. I think he's getting into his groove now.
Yeah. And that's the confidence it gives you once you start clearing these heights. Brilliant.
It's a sport that a lot of Ghanaians will remember, especially when you go back into the good old days of the Mobile Athletics Championship, which had a police officer, trying to remember his name, but he went by the name Zorasta, the late. And he does it with finesse, he does it with ease. And he was one of the reasons why, for those who know the Accra Sports Stadium very well, one of the reasons why the Osu stand was always full. They wanted to see Zorasta do the high jump. They wanted to see Pa Soloda, Solomon Amegache, and Timothy Hesse do the 400 meters. The start alone was graceful enough. And from there, they always had a bird's eye view of the finish. Those days, you could hardly miss athletics because the rivalry was in every sporting discipline. 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 1,500 meters. And when you talk about the long distance, names such as Kennedy Osei of Ghana Police also comes up and rings a bell. Let's get back to the tracks now. The final of the women's 400 meters hurdles.
On your marks. And off they go. Sibiri from Burkina Faso in 2. Amidou Asana from Ghana in 3. Fatima Tukwala in 4. Zunion from Cote d'Ivoire in 5. Mariama Fatal from Ghana in 6. Ayi Goodness from Benin in 7. With Maguette India in Senegal in 8.
Maguette seems to be going pretty well, but the Ghanaian has caught up with her, and so are the athletes in the inner lane as they come through the bend. That's an interesting run there.
Looks like Asana Amidou is in the lead now.
There she goes. It's a battle between herself and Ghana.
Not too much left in the tank though. Not too much left in the tank. But that should be silver and bronze for Ghana. That should be silver and bronze for Ghana there. The ladies are knackered and they hit the track.
It's a difficult race for
very difficult race.
400 meters hurdles.
The two Ghanaians in there, Amidou Asana and Mariama Fatal, making us proud. But we get to see a recap of what transpired. And that was a fall by Maguette Ndiaye. Cost her so badly. And from that point, she struggled through. And you've got to give a lot of credit to Sita Sibiri from Burkina Faso. Starting out in lane and number 2. Literally leading from start to finish there. And a lot of credit to the Ghanaians, Asana Amidou and Mariama Fatal. Especially with Asana. She was trailing in the home stretch, but still found a way to go past Fatima Tukwala from Burkina Faso to snatch the bronze medal. And there's some tired limbs there.
Indeed. He managed to get up on their feet, but definitely worn out from that race. And that's just the women's 400-meter final race. It will be the turn of the men in the next event.
Very shortly.
Sita Sibiri. She did well. The height has been adjusted again for the men's high jump, and so will be crossing back there as soon as they're ready. But here's a young lady with a lot of determination, and you could see right from the beginning of the race, she had her eyes aimed at the target.
Sita Sibiri from Burkina Faso winning gold for her country. Well, still to come with the final of the men's 400 meters hurdles. In between that, we're getting to see some pictures of the men's high jump. Ghanaian interest in that one. Kennedy Ukansi coming in from the naval base in Takoradi, competing for Ghana. Oh, that's very, very nice, that technique there.
Effortless.
Doing this effortlessly. The Senegalese with those long legs of theirs. We should be getting a confirmation of the start list for the men's 400 meters hurdles very shortly. But we still go through the motions with the men's high jump. Kabiru Tairu from Benin attempting her third jump, and she does this brilliantly. Well done, Kabiru. Almost clipping the bar. Only just going over the bar there, as we get to see a recap of that. Tairu Kabiru.
High jump still continues whilst we get ourselves ready for the next event on the track. First time clearance.
That's Mamadou Doumbia from La Côte d'Ivoire.
Well, with such height, you must be well at, or you must be the best at something. Climbs over that with ease. And from what we've seen so far, it looks like we will have a battle on our hands in determining who picks up the gold, the silver, and the bronze.
Ooh. And it's quite a large number. About 6 or 7 of them competing in the men's high jump. So you've got to earn your medals.
Indeed.
We've had quite a number of sporting disciplines where the numbers has been fairly limited. 3, 4, 5. There's 1, 6 here. There's high. So you've got to put in the work. We've got a confirmation of the start list of the men's 400 meters hurdles, which is coming up very, very shortly. Boubacar Dramé from Senegal in lane 1. Bienvenue Sawadogo from Burkina Faso in 2. Antiru Peter from Ghana in 3. Kwame from La Côte d'Ivoire in 4. Nathaniel Samson from Nigeria in 5. Sheikh Jibril Diallo from Senegal in 6. Gerard Husu from Benin in 7. And Suleiman Rodrago from Burkina Faso in 8. So again, there will be Ghanaian interest in the men's 400 meters hurdles final.
Let's go back to the high jump, and the Togolese has another opportunity to clear the bar. Times himself well, and here he comes. Oh, this time he got it wrong. Just could not do the lift off. The first attempt he did, but landed on the bar instead of behind the bar. Again, simple approach. Psyching himself up. When it mattered most, he tried to do the lift. It just wasn't coming.
And again, it's a technique that these guys use in clearing the bars.
Here are the men to do battle in the men's 400 meters final. This will definitely be a tough one. Ghanaian interest, Nigerian interest, Benin interest. And that would be tough.
Very tough indeed. There are about 7 of them going to be in the final.
All looking sharp and poised for action. They will settle into the tracks and get themselves ready. We'll run you through the lineup again, and then we'll see what they are made of.
The athletes have made their way to the starting blocks. Boubacar Dramé, Bienvenue Sawadogo, Peter Antidu representing Ghana, and I'm sure there will be a lot of attention on him in lane number 3. Ange Kwame representing La Côte d'Ivoire, and then it's Nathaniel Sampson representing Nigeria, Sheikh Jibril Diallo representing Senegal, Gerard Hussou representing the Beninois, and then from Burkina Faso will be Suleiman Ouedraogo.
Still in the high jump, we just saw the Senegalese taking it easily, without any sweat. Just goes over the bar, lands safely, and he will continue in the competition. He looks young, but definitely tall.
Very tall.
Still to come, we've got 800 meters final. We also have the 1,500 meters final for men. And then the 5,000 meters final for women. Again, easy does it with a clearance. Finding it very, very easy to clear the height. He goes up and lands safely. Tough competition there. Very all want to prove a point.
Yes. We get to see another athlete from Senegal, another very tall one. So easy. They make it look so easy, these guys from Senegal.
He just cruised into it. Take a look at it again.
Pretty much in cruise control.
There he goes, effortlessly.
Ibrahim Kali Diop represented Senegal, and that's him. We get to see the Ivorian Mamadou Doumbia again. Oh no.
He got too close to the bar before he triggered off.
Not good enough from Mamadou Doumbia, representing the Ivorians. No.
There. Got it all wrong. The landing was not the best. High jump in session on the other end of the field. Let's bring you up to what's happening. The decathletes are having their turn at the javelin throw. And meanwhile, here's the young Togolese. Not too sure whether he's looking for me. I'm right here. Yes, you can go back just a little bit. The race hasn't started yet. He just wants to find out if he can get into the track before the men take off for the 400 meters. And he's gone back quite a distance, so let's hope that this time around he will get it right. Here he comes. A lot of effort. Ooh. Again. He cleared the bar all right, but it is the descent. His calf clipping.
He seemed to have done everything right there.
There you see.
There.
Yeah, he knows he was very close.
We're going to see some pictures from the women's long jump final as well. The official introduction for the men's 400 meters hurdles of final. Ghanaian interest in this one.
Well, the applause is for the javelin throw. I think that's the farthest we've seen.
And that must have been coming from the Ghanaian competing in the decathlon.
Yes.
And that was welcomed with some noise.
Ahmed Swabolo.
It's an afternoon of finals. So for viewers who may be watching us, we have to shuffle from one sporting discipline to the other.
Yep.
So you bear with us.
It's now the turn of Ghana in the long jump. As we continue with the introductions for the athletes in the 400 meter hurdles final. She's got enough jump, she gets the white flag.
The women's long jump also going on very, very steadily at the far end of the stadium.
Cleared the ball, hit it well. So the introductions for the men's final 400 meter hurdles out of the way, and very soon they will be called into action.
On your max. There's a final confirmation of the athletes on the screen there. Unfortunately, the athlete in lane 4 has not showed up.
Angie Kwame from La Côte d'Ivoire missing in the lineup.
Off they go. Again, they've got to navigate their way for a lap. Who wins this one? As they get into the home stretch now. In the home stretch now, who wins this one? The Ghanaian being edged on. The Ghanaian being edged on. There's a final hurdle. Can he do it? No, a bit too late. But he gets a silver for his efforts. He gets a silver there for his efforts.
Tough race indeed. Yeah, we take a look at it again. We got off pretty well, pretty fast. And Sawadogo catching up on Ghana's Peter and Tiedu already as they went into that lap. And this is where the athlete from Benin started. Yeah, nearly lost his balance, but continued in earnest. And Tiedu at this stage behind the Burkina Faso athlete. They took the turn and it was good enough as they came in strong.
And at this point, Bienvenue Sawadogo.
Bienvenue really taking his time in clearing the hurdles. Knows he's got the power to finish the race. And this was where they came screaming to the line.
And he's got longer legs as well.
Definitely. Burkina Faso reigned tall, Ghana in second.
A lot of congratulations to Ghanaian Peter Antiru winning silver.
On the flags, on the tracks, I beg your pardon, with the Ghanaian flag, and he's receiving the applause from the supporters. But that's the man of the moment. Bienvenue. You understand what bienvenue means?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Sawadogo.
Welcome, Sawadogo. Congratulations to him. Peter did very well. Availability of competitions and tough competitions like this is what our athletes need to empower them.
It will do them a world of good if they get the opportunity to be competing.
Without a doubt. Fans are here. The Ghana supporters being with us yesterday. They're here with us today too. And we're grateful. Their presence almost always adds color. We're seeing some strong performances in the
women's long jump appears to be a battle there because of the numbers, of course. I mean, that's one of the sporting disciplines with the highest number of competitors in the last 24 hours. Up to about 11 of them competing for the 3 medals at stake.
So just gone by the finals for the 400 meters hurdles. You saw the women. The men have also done theirs. The next highlight on the track will probably be the final of both men and women's 200 meters. Long jump still active. The Nigerian is enjoying the partisan crowd on the other side of the field.
Is that a good jump? Does she get a white flag? Yes, she does.
She's fortunate.
But as to whether the jump is good enough, that's the most important thing. You've got to get a good jump.
Tough competition in the long jump, but there's a tougher one coming up on the tracks. Women's 200 meters final. Now this will be a good enough battle to savor and to watch. Kouri Diane will go for Senegal. Jehi Lou will go for La Côte d'Ivoire. Toure Arame will represent Senegal. Ghana will be represented by Janet Mensah. Nigeria's Precious Isiako is in there. Ghana's Mary Boache is set for grace. Olajide Olayinka from Nigeria is there. And the lineup will be complete with the presence of Georgiana Sessi of Sierra Leone.
And Olajide Olayinka from Nigeria has already won a bronze medal and a silver medal. She got a silver medal in the women's 100 meters and then got a bronze in the women's 4x100 with Nigeria.
Yeah.
And she hoped to go one step further to get a gold medal, to go home with a gold, a silver, and a bronze.
She's got tough competition in
She's
her
got to show
race.
it on the track.
Yeah. Janet Mensah, Mary Boache, and together with Jehi from La Côte d'Ivoire. That's going to be a very, very interesting race to watch. And the men will come up pretty shortly after them. And again, the highlight will be on another tough battle. Safo Ansah will go for Ghana. Chireda Eziako will go for Nigeria. Jerome Kunu for Benin. Eric Kwame from La Côte d'Ivoire. Yapo Jackie Adjio also from La Côte d'Ivoire. Edwin Pabla Gadayi from Ghana. Fode Sissoko from Mali. And Senegal's Moulay Sonko. Any which way you take a look at it, it will be tough. Meanwhile, Senegalese are still clearing the bar. Fortunately, it went down at the very last end. Foot clipping the bar. He knows he can do much, much better than that. And definitely will get an opportunity to redeem himself. Still in the high jump.
So before we get into the final of the men's 200 and the ladies 200, this would be interspersed by a medal presentation. No Ghanaian has won gold yet this afternoon, but we're celebrating other medals, hopefully in the races to come. We might get some athletes who might get us to sing our national anthem this afternoon.
Yeah.
Maybe in the men's 200, where Edwin Kobla is competing for Ghana.
And we could make it a double if the Ghanaian ladies also find their rhythm. Sure. Janet Mensah and Mary Boache.
Mamadou Doumbia are still struggling with the clearance. The Ivorian. 5.78. He can't seem to get it this afternoon.
No. He got it wrong. Clipping the bar totally with his body. Have to work on the approach once again. But like we said, it's a battle among these high jumpers.
A tough battle. From what we gather, there's the final round for the ladies' long jump. So this will be the last attempt by everyone. Ghanaian interest here.
No, the shot put is done. And once we get the results, we definitely will share that with you.
We're still getting to see pictures of the men's high jump. Not seen too much of the Ghanaian Kennedy Okansi there. Or from commentary position, he's still doing some warm-ups.
Again, the good old days of Ghana athletics, where we had competition, as I said.
Oh,
clips it.
Clips it again.
Tough customers in the high jump category back in the day. The late Yakubu, may his soul rest in perfect peace, Zoro Rasta. And then just as he was fading off, another one popped up, Dan Adams. Dan Adams is currently with the Ghana National Fire Service. And the uniqueness about Dan Adams is that he is not that tall an athlete, relatively on the shorter side. But it looks like the man has got springs in his feet. His lift-off is just immaculate.
So there we get to see the Senegalese Ibrahim Khalil Diop. Again, makes it look so easy.
I think I need to give up the microphone and get into the tracks. Yeah, and all the noise you're hearing is that the ladies are being ushered out of the call room
and
for that final
of the women's 200 meters.
Exactly. Viewers, don't blink an eye. This is a must-watch race. 200 meters final for women. Ghana will have high hopes on two athletes. Janet Mensah, and Carmelita Jetta, also known as Mary Boache.
She's got to be good enough to be wanted to call
Yeah,
by
well,
that name.
I take a look at her and I see, kind of qualities that Carmelita Jetta has. She's quick on the blocks, she's fast, she thumps her authority when she hits the 30 and going down. And I see the exact replica of her in Boache.
Oh, wish her well.
Just heard this morning that she may be on her way to the Netherlands for an extensive stint in training. If that happens, we wish her the very, very, very best.
Sure.
Back to the high jump. Still haven't separated the men from the boys, not just yet. It's getting difficult, it's getting tougher. Run-up was good, he glided into it nicely. He managed to get the lift, but not above his waistline. So for lovers of the long distance, 800 meters coming up, 1,500 meters coming up. Yesterday we saw an impeccable run in the 10,000 meters for men. One of the events that fetched Ghana a gold medal. Back to the high jump.
Mamadou Doumbia has been struggling all afternoon. And again, the technique fails him. Doumbia is a worried man. He would have wished that he cleared as many medals. But this is one the Senegalese have been dominating. The men's long jump. The Senegalese are having a great time. Sheikh Tidiane Seck. He's cleared all his heights and he clears it again. Well done. Sheikh Tidiane Seck from Senegal. He's cleared every single height this afternoon. That's the Ghanaian Kennedy Okansi there. Yes, he does it. He made it look so easy.
Yep.
But he will be the first to admit that he's really up against those two Senegalese. Brilliant. I just love his technique, the young man.
Yeah, very simple, cautious approach. Again, making it look simple.
Ibrahim Diop going after the Ghanaian. And again, he makes it look so easy. For those two Senegalese, it's pretty much a stroll in the park.
Most definitely.
They make it look so easy.
Clearing the bar with cheeky ease.
Those long legs giving them an advantage as well.
Yes, Mary Boachi, women's 200 meters. And she's going to battle with this lady, a threat to her, Olayinka.
Nigeria's Olayinka has already won 2 medals in the last 24 hours, winning a silver in the men's 100 and winning the bronze in the ladies 4x100.
The athlete from Sierra Leone looks very...
She looks all psyched and pumped up for this one. Who wins this? There will be Ghanaian interest there. There will be Nigerian interest there. Olajide Olayinka won a medal in the women's 200 meters at the African Games a few months ago. She will be looking forward to replicating that performance. On their marks. Set. And off they go.
Yeah.
Off they go. Looks like a straight one between the Ghanaian and Olajide Olayinka. Who wins this? Come on, Ghana. Can she hold out? Can she hold out? Yes, she does. She was tiring at the end.
It could never get any closer than this.
She was tiring at the end, but only just held on.
Oh, she's worn out.
Only just. She got out of the blocks brilliantly, the Ghanaian, there. And within the first 20-30 meters, she had already caught up with Olajide Olayinka from Nigeria. And at this point, she had gone past the Nigerians. And it was hers to lose in the home stretch. She appeared to be running out of gas at this point. And the Nigerians were closing in on her. With that grit there, she just got past the finishing line. Well done to the Ghanaian.
Mary Boachi secures gold for Ghana. Women's 200-meter final. She definitely has made my day. I described her as Carmelita Jetta. She has lived up to expectation.
And that means we will hear our anthem.
So that means we'll hear the Ghana national anthem. That's true. That's true.
And the men are out.
She got tired during the latter stages of the race. And if you take a look at the replay again, the two Nigerians dipped, but she decided to go up. That's where she may have faltered if it had come to the photo finish. Congratulations to her. Mary Boachi does it.
Ghana's Mary Boachi winning in a time of 23.24 seconds.
Congratulations to Mary Boachi. It has not been an easy journey for this young lady. And there, look at the finish. The two Nigerians dipped, but she kept her head up. And if it had been a photo finish, the Nigerians would have been given the green light because of their head. Let's cross over now to the presentation ceremony. Benin taking the
men's 4x400
medal, yeah.
So Benin with the bronze, the Ivorians with the silver, and Ghana with gold.
And the gentleman who's doing the presentation is one of the few people I know who love sports to bits. He's in charge of training Ghana Army. And it's the big man himself. You know, sometimes when you want to introduce personnel in the security services and you are not too sure of their ranks, you need to be very careful.
Very.
So let's just say that, pardon me, but this is Mr. Akoto of Ghana Army.
On the safer side.
On the safer side.
The Ivorians being decorated with their silver medals. And again, Kennedy Okansi makes it. He's lighting up the stadium. The young man from Takrady.
Congratulations to Team Ghana. 4x400 meters win. I'm sure the gentleman who just got decorated is a member of the service.
Probably.
Yeah. I like the way he went into attention mode, as it were. Now is the part that my good friend has been waiting for.
Congratulations.
So that's the medal presentation for the men's 4x400. Ghana with gold, La Côte d'Ivoire with silver, and this is the first time I've seen a Sheikh Tidiane failing to clear. In the men's high jump. But we get a confirmation of the start list for the men's 200. In lane 2 is Safuansa from Ghana. In lane 3 is the rep from Nigeria.
From Nigeria is Yabo
Chimeda Iyabo representing Nigeria in here as well.
Athlete number 30.
Representing Benin.
From Benin. In lane 4, Kwame Wadi Eric from Ivory Coast. In lane 5, also from La Côte d'Ivoire.
Two Ivorians are competing in the men's 200 meters final. They all look pumped up for action, and this man, Edwin Gadai, won gold in the men's 100 representing Ghana. So 8 proud athletes representing their nation this afternoon.
Yep.
Safu Ansah from Ghana in 1. Chineda Isiako from Nigeria in 2. Jerome Kunu representing Benin in 3. Eric Kuja Kwame representing Ivorians in 4. Jack Ulrich Azu representing the Ivorians in 5. Edwin Kwabla Gadai representing Ghana in 6. Fode Sissoko representing Mali in 7. And Mulai Sonko representing Senegal in 8. Who wins this? Edwin Gadai already winning the men's 100. Can he do the double in the sprints? He'll be going all out for this. And the fans in here will be rooting for Edwin Gadai to do a double in the sprints. But he's up against 7 athletes who would also want glory for their nations. On your marks. And off they go. Edwin Gadai started very, very strongly there. But he's up against the Ivorians. Edwin Gadai has a lot of work to do if he's to win this. If he's to win this, no. He gets a silver. The chap from Mali. Fode Sissoko.
Yeah.
Winning the gold medal.
Yeah. Very determined race.
Very, very determined. Fode Sissoko winning gold for Mali. You've got a few for Edwin Gadai there. A few meters before the finishing line. He was seen gritting his teeth there. Must have pulled the medal, a muscle or something. The replay should tell us more. At this point, very difficult to tell who was leading. But at this point, yes, he's beginning to grit the teeth there. Can't seem to fly like he would want. But the Malian would not be bothered about that.
Not
he's
at all.
won gold for his nation, and that's what he's going
And
to
if
be
I'm
very,
not
very happy
mistaken,
about.
it's the first gold medal for Mali.
To get competitions to qualify for the Paris.
Kennedy,
Daniel, tell me, how difficult was it for you to take this gold medal?
It wasn't that difficult, but we weren't thinking of the gold medal per se. We weren't thinking of the gold medal per se. We were thinking of the time to qualify for Paris. So we are hoping that the management will grant us more access to competition so that we will be able to qualify for Paris.
Let me go to Peter. Do you think that after making 3:09.53, you've got what it takes to improve on your time to make it to the Olympics?
No, not really, but I hope we should get more competition so that we can qualify for the Paris Olympics.
Congratulations. Let me take the last word from you. What do you have to say to the fans?
Oh, we thank them so much for whatever that they have done. They have leaving their job over there, coming here to support us. We say, are you cool to them?
Congratulations to Ghana's 4x400 men's relay. You guys have done a good job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Presentation has been done. It's now the time for the national anthem of Nigeria.
Félicitations.
Presentation over. And there's a next presentation coming up. But again, whilst we're doing that, the high jump is getting a lot more interesting. Now I understand why we have the presence of the man in charge of training for the Ghana Army, Colonel Akoto. I've done my homework. I now have the rank. And it looks like we're going to see a lot more exciting jumps. But let's go for the presentation of medals for 800 meters.
We still get to see a lot more of the medal presentations. And there's the presentations for the men's 800 meters. Ghana winning the bronze there. Silver to Liberia. Well done to him.
And in first position, from Togo.
Gold medal going to Togo in the men's 800 meters. We rise for the national anthem of Togo.
Félicitations au Togo.
The national anthem of Togo done at the second attempt. We get to see other pictures as well. The final of the men's javelin starting right about now. So the national anthems are done. We continue with the live action from the track and the field.
Thank you. How does it feel walking away with a gold medal in the 800 meters men?
Comment tu te sens ayant gagné l'or?
Ouais, je me sens bien. Je remercie tout le monde qui m'ont aidé à préparer la course jusqu'à arriver ici, et je remercie spécialement le Ghana qui a abrité cette jeu et nous a permis de compétir pour dépasser nos
ambitions.
What should we be expecting from you next?
Qu'est-ce qu'on attend de vous prochainement?
Prochainement, je m'entraîne.
Qu'est-ce que vous attendez dans le futur proche?
Oui, j'aimerais compétir, j'aimerais plus m'entraîner pour pouvoir rivaliser avec les autres
so that he
athlètes
can
les plus
compete
grands
with
pour
other athletes from other countries
les championnats d'Afrique
and also prepare for African
et
Championship
voir si je peux aller aux Jeux
and see whether he could also qualify for the Olympic Games.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful things are happening here as we hit the track once again for the last event. The heptathletes going through the last event. But it looks like there's sensation happening in the high jump.
Only 3 of them competing in the heptathlon, though.
Yeah. It's refreshing to see the Beninois in the lead. Careful strides.
And they are doing 800 meters.
And one Beninois has taken a commanding lead. And the other is in second position. Bell has gone for the last round.
For the ladies heptathlon, they do their 100-meter hurdles, the high jump, shot put, 200 meters, long jump, javelin, and finally the 800-meter run on the second day. So this is the last event of the heptathlon, and then based on the number of points you have accumulated in all 7 sporting disciplines, you get a medal of a certain color. At this point, we do not know which of them has accumulated enough points to win gold, silver, or bronze.
That's the leader in the 800 meters. Romping home slowly. You can see that not only is she tired, she is exhausted. And she's the first to come through. She will be crossing the line shortly. Will be followed by her compatriot. Congratulations to her. Second athlete coming through. And I think the Beninois athletes have shown their strength in the, or should I say, on the tracks. Whilst is the last one of the 2 coming there, really taking her time just to complete the race. There she comes, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. So she eventually crosses the line. It's been a tough battle. 3 athletes competing in the heptathlon. And the men you see on your screen are the gentlemen who will be doing the javelin final. So again, these men will show exactly what they're made of when it comes to the javelin throw. And the men who did the battle in the high jump. Waiting for the next height to be cleared, and on the opposite end of the field it will be time to witness the javelin throw.
And just to let our audience know that that is also a final event.
Definitely. There used to be rivalry in the javelin throw back in the day as well. Two names come into mind. There was Raphael Fiamawule, one of the best javelin throwers we've seen in the country. And it was always a competition between him and David Annan. David Annan, also known as Lavon, long time standing javelin champion from his days in Infantsipim School. And then Raphael Fiamawule. And so watching these athletes obviously brings back a lot of memories.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, next final race is the United States of I wish you to
Kennedy, you can't see, he's just on fire this evening. He's making height after height after height.
Oh, brilliant. Had some room to spare. Shows his appreciation and then walks over to coach to take the next set of advice. But the javelin is on, and that's the Ghanaian, Gabriel Asari. Just over the center line mark. That's his first throw. And the high jump is receiving all the attraction. And that's Gabriel coming in, strutting well. And then the launch. Right inside the center circle, that's his first throw. Back to the tracks and his 800 meters women final. It's Ghana, Liberia, Togo, Burkina Faso, Togo, Senegal, and Benin.
So that looks like the start list for the women's 800 meters final. 11 athletes in this. A number of them not starting, looks like.
Yep.
Just about 7 of them on the tracks.
Just
there.
7 on the tracks for the moment.
They do 2 laps.
And away they go. Lots of support for the ladies. It's going to be a tough one. 2 laps. And they gradually get into the inner lane now, where the women will be separated from the girls, as it were. Constant approach there, Ghana in the first 4.
Another one of those tactical races. You just have to map out a strategy, and that would get you over the tracks in those 2 laps.
Exactly. Constant running by the ladies as they hit the bell for the last round. Still the same
lap.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, one more lap. One more lap to do. The leading pack literally separating themselves from the chasing pack at this point. Someone will be kicking in the final 100 meters, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Someone should be kicking in the final 100, that's for sure.
Ghana in third position at this stage. Now they're trying to turn on the tide. The Ghanaian has already given up. She's content with a bronze medal. But there's a battle between first and second.
Wins it.
Yeah.
Ghana only good enough for third. But then again, the host nation winning another medal to add to their medal tally.
That's the last athlete crossing the finish line. Tough run it has been. Congratulations to the ladies. Started well and started picking up their positions early enough in the race.
Some very, very tired limbs there.
I can imagine.
14.68.
The lads doing the decathlon are back again. They are going to be doing 1,500. Someone says these are the mighty men of Vela. Competing in 10 sporting disciplines just for one medal.
We'll be crossing over to the presentation ceremony shortly. I think that's the medal presentation for the long jumpers. I would want to believe that.
Emmanuel Njoku from Nigeria winning the gold medal. And you've got to congratulate some of these smaller nations like Togo for winning a medal or two.
Yeah. I'm particularly impressed with their turnout, which is number one, and of course their competitiveness. Although some of the events were tough for them, they still kept faith and kept face. So the gold medalist from Nigeria, Njogu, would come up the podium and will be presented with his medal by Dr. Kwame Ba Nyako, the chairman of the LOC.
And I recall yesterday Emmanuel Njoku won with a jump of 7.62 meters. We have the national anthem of Nigeria now.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's get back to the high jump. And the Ghana Supporters Union definitely will be behind this jump, that's for sure.
Kennedy Kansi getting back to scaling yet another high. Can he do it? Come on, Kennedy. Come on. Oh, no.
Simple approach. The lift off is where he had difficulty in. There's the approach. That's confident as ever. Went up, but not as far as he would have wished. And his backside clipping the bar.
And that's a second time he's failing to clear a height.
And you said he's a member of the Ghana.
Well, the competition is a good one, but I know there is more to give in the competition because I'm not fully like myself coming to this competition. But I thank God that when during the competition I was able to execute well. So the competition was a good one. I give God the glory.
All right, but you had to beat a mark of 7.72 meters.
Yes.
You think it was just good enough for you?
Well, speaking from, because I came for the African Games, all African Games here, and I did a 7.6. But coming before the African Game, I did a 7.8. So I think I'm trying to get a reading. There's a reading I'm trying to get because, like I said before, I was not really myself coming to this competition. Like I was lacking behind with some things. I'm trying to trust myself. But coming to here, I was able to execute a 7.7. So I think it's a step forward towards the nationals in my own country. For me, so it's a booster for me. Yeah.
And what should Nigerians expect from you going forward?
Yeah, Nigeria should expect more from me because this is only the beginning.
All right, yeah. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah.
Javelin still ongoing. And the Ghanaian just had a no throw there. It's his longest so far. But his foot crossed the line, so that won't count. Got some tough customers there in terms of the javelin throwers. Let's see how tough the competition will get as it goes through. And the Ghana Supporters Union supporting through and through.
3 sporting disciplines currently ongoing concurrently. The men's javelin, the men's high jump, and we're going to be having the start of the 1,500 or 1,500 for the men's decathlon, where 4 athletes are competing for the gold medal. Kennedy Okansi set to attempt another height with the men's high jump.
And in the Togolese Jabari watching his effort. Let's cross over now to the high jump.
How he would love to clear this one. He's failed to clear it in his last attempt. Can he get over this now? Kennedy Okansi. Can he clear this height? Can he clear this height? Oh no!
Close enough.
In the women's 200 decibels, Mary watching from Ghana.
And again, the concentration was there, you know, and the
For
approach.
a moment I thought he had done it.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, he had some room to spare, but then it is the legs that clipped the bar. But he's done well. Back to the javelin, and there's lots of competition ongoing.
So the men's high jump is over.
It's the longest throw yet for the Ivorian, Inda Yao Fabien Kwaku. Again, not too happy with that. Was to ensure that he takes cognizance of the distance.
En deuxième position, nous avons Brigitte Javelin du Bénin. Et en première position, nous avons Nassima Kone du Mali.
That's the medal presentation for the women's shot part. Mali going away with the gold medal.
Thank you.
And viewers, wherever you are, we must apologize sincerely for capturing the Ivorian flag instead of the flag of the winning country. Pardon us for that, but definitely medals have gone to the right athletes. We still have a couple of presentations to make. Meanwhile, the javelin is still ongoing. Not the best of throws. That's a red flag. Is out of the zone as well. He looks dejected. Lots of effort going into that build-up, but won't fetch anything for the Malian athlete.
Well, a bit of lull on the tracks. But we're still waiting for the start of the 1500.
Congratulations, Nasira.
Merci.
But how are you feeling after grabbing the gold medal in shot put women?
Après avoir gagné l'or dans les lancers de poids.
Je suis contente.
She's very happy.
And what about the distance you did? 12.83 meters.
Vous avez fait une distance de 12 mètres. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez?
Ouais, je suis contente. J'ai fait 12 mètres, je suis très contente. J'ai fait 12 mètres, je suis contente.
She's very happy with the distance she has been able to make.
Congratulations once again.
Ok, merci.
Okay, so the 1500 for the decathlon. Pretty much underway now. These Ironmen. And this is the last event for the heptathlon. They've already done the 100 meters, the long jump, the shot put, the high jump, 400 meters, 110-meter hurdles, discus, pole vaults, javelin, and they are wrapping it up with the 1500. Absolutely crazy.
All these are athletes who have prepared for it and geared themselves to the rigorous regime that they have to go through, which puts them in good stead for active participation as decathlons or decathletes.
Bienvenue,
Beyond this, they still have 2 more laps to go.
Constant
These
running
lads
by
still
these.
have the energy for this.
Yep.
It's amazing.
So it's Abdul Swabulu in the lead for Ghana. He goes, strutting away majestically. Abdul still going strong. You won't see a lot of energy being put into this.
No. It's all about how many points they have been able to accumulate from the previous 9 disciplines. So winning any discipline would give you some number of points, but you're picking up points in 10 different sports and disciplines, and that's a tough job any day. After this, then there's one final lap.
Steady performance, steady running. Last lap, there goes the bell. And he's definitely picking up points in this race.
And that's the Ghanaian. Oh, we'll get to see how much of these points he's picking up, and if he's possibly in a medal contention, which medal he's winning.
Yeah. Abdul Swabulu is the name. Making Ghana proud in the decathlon. Definitely romping home to victory. Abdul Swabulu. It's been 2 days of active participation and crowns it with victory.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good to know.
That's a young man from senior high school.
Yeah.
Doing 10
events.
Sports and disciplines. Well done to him.
Côte d'Ivoire coming second. Puts in a lot of effort with the finish. And then there's the final athlete who comes through.
That's another Ivorian.
Yeah. He actually ran in the men's 4x4 during the heat. Went on the last lap, picked up an injury, but managed to finish in the process.
Unbelievable. That's an Iron Man.
Yeah, it's all done and dusted for these athletes. They have done tremendously well. There's a last one coming through. That's the athlete from Benin. But meanwhile, yes, there he is. He also comes through. Wrapping up their participation for the decathlon. These men are superheroes. But that's the man of the moment, Abdul Swabulu.
Not too sure which color of medal the Ghanaian has won at this point. We should be getting a confirmation of that very shortly as we get to so that's the medal presentation for the men's 400 meters hurdles.
It's the turn of Edwin Gadaye to receive his medal. No, that's not him. And on the tracks, going to take their position are the men. They will do battle in the 1,500 meters final. Congratulations to all medal winners so far. It's not been easy, tough competition, but they've lived up to expectation. Still ongoing is the men's high jump, men's javelin, I beg your pardon. The men's javelin is the last field event that we have.
Yep. Before we get to see the men for the 1,500 or the 1,500 meters.
Still to come, we've got the 5,000 meters for the women. That's the final.
Sissoko, congratulations.
And then the 4.
And how do you feel about winning the gold medal?
I am very happy to for the place. It is an opportunity of next edition.
Yeah, and what are you looking at doing to improve your time?
Time it is good. Is for me permitted the preparation of next edition.
All right, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Medal presentation ceremony, men's 400 meters hurdles.
We're still waiting to see the confirmation of the start list for the men's 1,500. But in between that, there's also a presentation ceremony.
Women's 400 meters hurdles.
Presentation for the women's 400 meters hurdles.
Third position, the time 1.66 seconds. A student of the education with Aminu Asana.
So the bronze medal goes to Aminu Asana from Ghana. And the medal is being presented by former national star Emmanuel Tufo, popularly known as Kora to many Ghanaians. Fatal Mariama gets silver, also from Ghana.
And I introduce to you the winner in the women's 400 test hurdles, Sita Sibiri.
Sita Sibiri from Burkina Faso going away with the gold medal. Well done to all of these athletes. Now shall we rise and have the national anthem for Burkina Faso.
Congratulations indeed. Thank you very much.
Presentation done and dusted. We've got a couple more presentations to go through whilst the athletes finish with the javelin throw. 1,500 meters for the men.
From Sierra Leone. After the bib number 19444 from Senegal. After the bib number 137, Lapusi David from Ghana. After the bib number 240, Dennis Lee from Liberia.
Final lineup for the 1,500 meters. Ghanaian interest in David Makusi.
Athlete number 93, Uwati Makman from Togo. Athlete number 61, Diara Hamidou from Mali. Athlete number 214, Koulibaly Nawa from Ivory Coast. And athlete number
These are the men
33,
to do battle
from Benin.
in the 1,500 meters men's final. Next set of presentations will be coming up after the start of this race. And they're off. They'll be quick in their haste to get into positions and try and see whether they can either maintain them or increase the tempo as we go through. It's a battle for the leadership. But so far, turns out pretty well as they come through the bend for the home straight. Benin in the leadership, Ghana in the leadership.
So that's 3 more laps to go.
Strong, steady running, keeping the pace, gathering the momentum. And as they go, you definitely can see that the separation process has begun.
Well, this is the 1500 proper, not the 1500 for the decathlon. This is the 1500 proper. The guys who competed in decathlon have long finished. Beyond this, we've got 2 more laps to go. And at this point, you're planning tactics. Do I kick? Do I stay in the pack? Stay compact?
Yeah.
And then look for an opportunity to exploit. You bet as they get to the final lap,
exactly.
Then you will decide on what to do. Whether you want to kick from the start to the finish, or whether you just want to hang in there and look for an opportunity to exploit. But beyond this, 1 more lap to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we rise for the national anthem?
One more lap to go as the athletes hit the bell. Interest from Ghana clearly shown in second position at the stage, while the national anthem of Burkina Faso is played in the background for the medal presentation ceremony.
Now they are going all out. 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 Looks like Ghana at this point. It's Ghana with the gold. Well, that's an athlete from Home Turf, a student of the University of Ghana, winning gold in the men's 1500.
Congratulations.
Big congratulations to him. And I can see friends, family here to support him. This is Home Turf.
Must be proud doing this right in your backyard.
Yeah. The Ghanaian winning the 1500 meters event ahead of the Togolese.
And straight away he's decorated with the Ghana flag. This is the medal presentation for women's 200 meters final, where the Ghanaian Mary Boache battled 2 Nigerians to the line. So Precious Isiako picks up the bronze medal. Congratulations to her. And then the second position, the silver, Olayinde Oyinka. She is a bundle of talent.
That's 2 silver medals and 1 bronze she's won.
And the moment Ghana. We've all been waiting for, the gold medal going to Mary Boache, one of the athletes that shined from the Ghana's fastest human. Congratulations to Mary. And I need to add that this Ghana's fastest human event is organized and of course the brainchild of Rex Brobe, former national athlete, former Olympian.
We get to hear the national anthem from Ghana, celebrating Grace Boache.
Congratulations to these 3 wonderful sprinters. Mary Boache must be very, very proud of her achievement. Just before the presentation, we had the 1,500 meters for men, and we recap how the race went. The javelin throwers are still sorting their business out on the field, and the next track event coming up,
women's 5,000,
the last track event of the evening.
Pretty much the penultimate one, because then beyond that we have 4x400 mixed relay. That to wrap up the action for the night.
There you see the final lap. It was a strong battle, run for survival. And of course, at some point you could realize that the eventual second place winner was tiring out, allowing Ghana to sail through to pick up the gold medal. Athletes getting ready now for
Mary Boache, it looks like you keep on appearing here. You don't just get tired of winning, do you?
Yes.
But what do you have to say about the 200-meter hurdles you won?
Okay, all I would say is thank you to my coach and then my colleagues and then my husband too. Yeah.
Should Ghanaians expect you back on the podium again?
Yes, for sure.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Looks like we're almost through with the formalities before the start of the women's 5,000, where they're going to be doing 12.5 laps. One Ghanaian interest in this one.
All looks set. $5,000 final for women, ready to take off. And there they go. 12 times round. They will go.
Still got 12 more laps to go.
This is one of the races for the women where you need a lot of strength.
A lot of that.
In second position, we have Australia. And in third position, we have
Presentation over. We're back onto the tracks as the ladies try to sort themselves out. 11. Careful approach, careful build up. Athlete with a jersey number or bib number 109 is Ghana's Juliana Sakat Lariba.
Lariba Sakat has been competing in a lot of the road races in the last couple of years.
Yep.
I recall seeing her at the Nestle Milo Marathon all of those years ago. And she's been doing some half marathons and all of that. So good to see her still competing at this level, Lariba Sakat.
Indeed, proud to this championship. She was able to intimate that yes, she had prepared very well. In fact, throughout the preparation for the Africa Games and the continuation thereof. And so the expectation is that again, it will be a stroll in the park for Sakat Lariba.
And she's already opening up a healthy lead. A gap of about 50 meters thereabouts.
Yep.
But there's still a lot of laps to go. 9 laps to go.
There she comes. Very confident. She knows exactly what she has to do. The others are trudging along, doing just fine at this stage. But for Sakat Lariba, she's leading the delegation, as it were, for now. Next presentation coming up will be for the 800 meters. Steady running, controlling her breath and timing it very well. Of course, she's been doing this for a while. And so she would walk or stream through this. She will receive the applause for this constant running. There she goes, not tiring out at all, Sakat Lariba.
Please come down for the presentation ceremony if your name has been mentioned.
Lariba looks confident, she looks good. 2022 national cross-country champion. Very confident. Easy does it. She has also competed, as Kwame Jumo said earlier on, in the Accra Milo Marathon. She won that race in the year 2015. And then she's been very active in other marathon runs as well.
Thank you.
So again, she knows exactly what she's up to. She knows what she's doing. And with all these accolades, it would be in a very big doubt. It would be a great doubt if she fails to show what she's really made of.
She's got a very healthy lead at this point, and she doesn't look like she's going to be tiring anytime soon, Lariba Sakat.
Gradually counting down the laps, the remaining laps that have to be a run. 6 of them to go. She's out there making herself proud, making the nation proud. Well prepared for this event, she says, and it's paying off. No challenger at the moment. Comfortable and confident running. And she's not even prepared to take a break, a water break for that matter.
Not at all. Six more laps to go.
Absolutely superb running from Sakat Lariba. 5 laps to go and there is no challenger in sight. It's wonderful watching the 2022 marathon champion or the cross-country champion taking it easy. She's also participated in other marathons such as the Asante Achim Marathon. She was also the maiden edition winner of the Ghana Armed Forces Cross-Country Championship. So obviously she's gone through all these hills and mountains. She's gone through all this with sheer determination. And that really is paying off today here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. The others are now playing Catch Me If You Can. But with 4 laps to go, it is Sakat Lariba. And clearly the others are struggling to keep up with her pace. And it's not much of a pace really, but she just took command of the frontage and then she dictated what should be done in the race. We might see her doing the first overtaking, as it were. In just a couple of minutes. There's still some wonderful javelin going on. Sakat Lariba will be overtaking the last athlete. There she goes. 1, 2, 3, and she has overtaken. She has overlapped, as it were. She's got 3 more laps to go, the others have 4. Confirmation of the remaining laps to be run.